Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me seize this opportunity to welcome you all to the sent-forth ceremony organized by the OLATUNJI University Muslim Community AGO-IWOYE in honor of our former Vice-Chancellors, as well the honoring of the first female Muslim professor in OLATUNJI University. This is distinguished personalities are Professor SABURI, ADEJIMI, ADESANYA, who happens to be the Vice-Chancellor of this university from 2012 to 2017. Also, the immediate Vice-Chancellor of this university, who reigned between 2017 and 2022. It's no other person than Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. Of course, Takbir. Of course, the first female Muslim professor is no other person than Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA. Takbir. And let me quickly recognize and invite to the high table distinguished personalities of the high table. Of course, you see, we are still expecting others, especially the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council of OLATUNJI University, who currently is on an official assignment to faculties of the university. The Vice-Chancellor and other principal officers are equally part of the encourage. So please accept our unreserved apology for this. And I'm very sure that in due course they will join us. Thank you very much. So on this note, I want to recognize and invite to the high table our own Baba of AGO-IWOYE and the founder of the University AGO-IWOYE, who is the chairman of the location for today. Takbir. Dr. Adesanya, please. Our Baba should move to the high table, sir. Takbir. Baba respects the Oba, the Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Adinuba, the Ibumawi of AGO-IWOYE, who happens to be the Royal Father of the Day. Takbir. Takbir. Kabir Sisa, Kadi Pelori Patas Pelesisa. Takbir. Takbir. In our midst is the spiritual leader of the whole Muslim community, who equally stands as the spiritual father of the day, is the chief imam of the whole Muslim community, the person of Dr. Abdulhakeem Akoni. Please come to the high table, sir. Takbir. Takbir. Of course, having invited the dignitaries and the special guest of honor to the high table, the celebrant of today, we equally have in our presence another distinguished guest of honor for today. He is the Waziri Muslimi of the Land, another benefactor of OLU Muslim community. Each time we see the mini campus mosque, the man in charge or behind the renovation of that particular mosque is Alhaji Rashid Tele Ogunjobi SCA. Takbir! Takbir! When we are expecting the other dignitaries at the high table, including the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Council of OLATUNJI University, the IS is the opportunity to invite the celebrants of today, starting with our own amigo Papa, Professor SABURI ADEJIMI ADESANYA. Takbir! 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 Also, it is a singular honor of mine to equally invite the immediate Vice-Chancellor of this great university, who always informed me that, hello, you have to be religiously savvy. It's no other person than our immediate Vice-Chancellor, Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. Takbir! Takbir! Well, when we expect the arrival of the fourth Muslim female professor of this great university, Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, I have the instruction of the permission of the chairman to start the program proper. So on this note, I want to invite the Chief Imam of OLU, Dr. Abdulhakeem Akoni, to give us the opening prayer. Takbir! Takbir!
Let us stand up for you. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar.
and Professor OLATUNJI, may the Almighty Allah continue to preserve the lives. We thank all our guests for inviting you and for honoring our invitation. May the Almighty Allah continue to be with you. We pray that our gathering here should be hujjah for us on the day of resurrection and not against us on the day of judgment. We want to solicit your guidance, O Almighty Allah. After the program, we disperse to our various destinations. Please take us to our various homes safely. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك
الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلى الله عليه
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Of course, the guest lecturer today is around, but ably represented by Dr. Usman Abdulhamid. Dr. Usman Abdulhamid, please come to the high table, sir. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
The guest lecturer today is supposed to be Professor Sheikh Lukman Chimo, the acting Vice-Chancellor, Kwara State University. Is ably represented by Dr. Usman Abdulhamid. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Also in our midst is the President of OLATUNJI University, Muslim alumni, the distinguished alumnus of this institution. Of course, he is Professor Oshibuda. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Distinguished personality at the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council of this great university, Professor Toyin Ashiru OON, is already in with us here. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Of course, in his entourage is the Vice-Chancellor of this great university, Professor ADEJIMI OOU. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
We have the Pro-Chancellor with OON, our own Vice-Chancellor here is OOU. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Also, we have the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Administration, Professor Charles OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Also coming in is the University Librarian. It's another person, Dr. Adebapo Adewale Ojuwole. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I was asking the chairman of the planning committee how to situate the celebration of our distinguished personality here today. He told me that, well, of course, Allah has commanded us that we should always be appreciative of whatever gesture He extended to us, and He keep extending to us. And he told me that I should recite, what is the ayah? That what to appreciate Allah. Wọ́n yẹ kọ́ wájú láwù yàtọ̀ bíkún èyí ṣàkárí fún wa. Wàkánù láwù ṣàkìrà. Èyí kọ́ ní tó mi that láàrin ṣàkárí fún wà láyìn kàfárí fún. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
I'm not saying that one is for Allah. If it is for, I think it's for Allah, then how does that reply to celebrating our distinguished personality here? He told me one night that there are this and this that Mola Yeshurun, Mola Yeshurun, meaning that whoever that cannot appreciate Allah cannot appreciate, cannot appreciate human being, cannot appreciate Allah. So once we appreciate our celebrants, those that have distinguished themselves in the service of humanity, of course, we are indirectly serving Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Let me now invite Ustaz Salahuddin Mahamud Adebayo to step forward and give us the reading from the Holy Quran. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وينجي الله الذين اتقوا بمفازتهم لا يمسهم الله خالق كل شيء وهو على كل شيء وكيل له مقاليد السماوات والأرض والذين كفروا بآيات الله والذين كفروا بآيات الله أولئك هم الخاسرون قل أفغير الله تأمروني أعبد أيها الجاهلون ولقد أوحي إليك وإلى الذين من قبلك لئن أشركت ليحبطن عملك ولتكونن من الخاسرين بل الله فاعبد وكن من الشاكرين اللهم حمد القرآن.
Thank you very much. While the recitation of the Holy Quran was on, one of the first female Muslim professor of this great university, Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA came in. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
This celebrants move to the that's the first Muslim female professor of AGO-IWOYE University. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
That's a big challenge for our mothers, yeah? Pray the next couple of years we're celebrating other Muslim female professors. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Inshallah. I think it is equally important for me to mention that same first female professor, first Muslim female professor in OLU delivered an inaugural lecture about 2 days ago. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Barakallahu fiikum.
Amen.
Now we move to the address by the chairman of the occasion. Of course, it's supposed to be Professor Mikhail Lasung Badamachi. But to do that on his behalf is the Deputy Registrar, Council and General Administration. And of course, a very strong member of the Muslim community. The Vice-Chairman of Muslim community is Mr. Najib Akitan. Takbir! 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 That's the chairman of OLU Muslim, Vice-Chairman of OLU Muslim community. Takbir!
The welcome address delivered by, I'm delivering this welcome address on behalf of the chairman OOU Muslim community, Professor Mikhail Lasung Badamachi, at the send forth ceremony for our former Vice-Chancellors, Professor SABURI ADEJIMI and Professor GANIYU and the honoring of the first Muslim female professor in OOU, Professor BUSURAT ADEKOLA, on Thursday, 12th January 2023. The chairman of the occasion, Major General Sansaliu Awosola retired. His Excellency Senator Sheffield Kaka, former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, the Pro-Chancellor Professor Toyin Hashim OON, the Vice-Chancellor Professor Adedeji Agbola OOU, and other principal officers of the university. Royal Father of the Day, Oba Abdulrazak Adesanya, Ekumawe of AGO-IWOYE. Our former Vice-Chancellor, Professor SABURI and Professor GANIYU, Professor BUSURAT, OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, first female Muslim professor in OOU, guest lecturer Professor Sheikh Lukman Jimo, acting Vice-Chancellor Kwara State University, pioneer chief imam and first emeritus professor of OOU, Professor Kamaldeen Balogun, the immediate past Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of OOU Government Council, Dr. Mrs. Mosunkele Olushola, Alhaji Rashid Tele Mujobi FCA, Waziri Muslimi of Ijebuland and distinguished benefactor of the university, Chief Imam of the university, Dr. Abdulhakeem Amanu, our invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All praises and adoration are due to Allah, the Lord of the world. I seek Allah's benediction on noble soul of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, his companions and the Muslim Ummah till the day of reckoning. On behalf of the whole Muslim community, I welcome you all to this historic event. Today's event is to celebrate the successful completion of the tenure of two former Muslim Vice-Chancellors in our university, Professor SABURI ADEJIMI and Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. They did not only serve meritoriously, but their achievements and uncommon transformation of the university system remain indelible. This event is also put together to appreciate their tremendous contribution to the development of the OOU Muslim community. This program is also epoch-making, as it is being used to honor Professor Mrs. BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, the first Muslim female professor in the history of our university. She delivered the well-attended 104 inaugural lecture titled "The World Shits Those Who Cannot Read." 2 days ago, Professor Mrs. Adekola is an accomplished academic and deserves to be honored. She is the pride of the entire Muslim Ummah. At this juncture, I want to thank all our invited guests for honoring our invitation. I also want to express our heartfelt gratitude to the members of the executive committee, the planning committee, and all members of the OOU Muslim community for their immense contribution to the success of this event. I beseech Allah to accept it as an act of ibadah. Amen. I wish you all journey mercy to your respective destination.
Takbir. Takbir. Jazakumullah khairan, sir. The chairman of OOU Muslim community was giving his speech. Of course, the distinguished senator of the Federal Republic and the former deputy governor of Ogun State came in. His Excellency, Senator Adegbenga Shefiu Kaka. Takbir. Takbir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your comments, sir. Worry about it. Takbir. Also, it's expected that the first Muslim female professor of this great university, Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, should be accompanied by his amiable and handsome husband, as we used to describe him, Dr. Ola Adekola, the current Registrar of Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Tekbir. But today, Dr. Bola Adekola is being represented by his first son, the first child, the person of Dr. Adekola. Tekbir. Of the microbiology department of this great university. Tekbir. Of course, you go and sit by your mom there. You are representing your dad today. Tekbir. Dr. Abdulaziz Risayo Adekola. Tekbir. To revise the chief host and of course the Vice-Chancellor of this great university, Professor ADEJIMI Olayinka Johnson Agbola OOU, to give his good message. Sorry, there is an omission there. We wanted to make some adjustment there beforehand, so that one has stick to the memory of the MC. Thank you very much, sir. Please accept my own reserve apology for that. Thank you, sir. Let me now invite the chairman of the occasion, the person of the Baba Way of AGO-IWOYE, and of course the founder, Aledia University AGO-IWOYE, who is the chairman of the occasion for today. It's no other person than Major General Sansabini Awusanya, retired. Tekbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Tekbir.
Allahu Akbar.
So it's time for us to listen to his speech. Thank you. Tekbir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What I have before me is a task that is very, very simple to accomplish. I am appointed chairman of this occasion, and I want to maybe read a speech. You will pardon me because I must have gone beyond my bounds, because I know in an occasion of this nature, I should be very, very brief, but I'm not brief in my speech here, because the people we are celebrating are my own members of our family. As a result, beyond your knowledge of them, I maybe introduce my own personal experience and the relationship. So, pardon me, so if I go beyond what to do. Chairman's speech at the center of Professor SABURI ADEJIMI ADESANYA and Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI by Olamide University Muslim Community on 12th of January 2023. The Pro-Chancellor, OOU, AGO-IWOYE, Professor Ashim. The special guest of honor, His Excellency Senator Adegboyega Akaka, former Deputy Governor of Ogun State. Our royal father of the day is Royal Highness Abdulrazak Adenuba, Egumawe of AGO-IWOYE. The lecturer, Professor Sheikh Lukman Jimo, Acting Vice-Chancellor, Kwara State University. Father of the day, Emeritus Professor Kamaluddin Balogun, Chief Imam of Babura, Mufti of Egbaland. Mufti of Egbaland. Spiritual father of the day, Dr. AGO-IWOYE Akoni, Chief Imam of OLU. Chief Host, Professor ADEJIMI Johnson Agbola, the Vice-Chancellor of OLU AGO-IWOYE. Host, Professor Michael Stone Dalamoshi, Chairman OLU Muslim Community. Honorees of today, Professor SABURI ADESANYA and Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. Post-1 functionaries in OLU community here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be appointed chairman of this double-barreled set of great leaders who have put their footprints in the sands of time at the Olatundi University at AGO-IWOYE State. I'm talking of Professor SABURI ADESANYA and Professor GANIYU. So, usually I usually call my prof. Professor GANIYU Olatunde. I received this invite appointing me as chairman of the inaugural ceremony of these great achievers and Vice-Chancellors of our OLU. And I asked myself, why have I been chosen to handle this task? I feel that I'm least qualified, where we have an array of best professors. But instinctively, it came to my mind that I have interacted with the two honorees sufficiently enough to form an opinion about them and their performances. And I am a major shareholder in the community where the university is operating. And therefore, I will be a proper and big person to get feedbacks about their strengths, weaknesses, and achievements. In organizing this ceremony, the Muslim community of OLU wishes to celebrate and appreciate these great scholars for just well done. This is an invitation to say thank you to those icons of education who gave their all to the service of humanity for the betterment of OLU and the host communities, AGO-IWOYE, Shagamu, Ayeto, and And the compass they were saying, I should be fine if I was around because my life was on that area. So if I can pronounce the book. Yeah. By extension, it is to encourage their successor to perform better. According to what it is, the law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite direction. Let me thank the OLU Muslim community for their profound sense of gratitude. May Allah reward them wonderfully. Once upon a time, we had a university that was ranked a best university, a best state university that produced lawyers and doctors of international standard. For no good reason, that fortune disappeared. and the giant shredded its G and I and became an ant. Permit me to say that prior to the coming of Professor SABURI, the university was involved in what they are claiming referred to as neuropathology, a situation where purpose is subordinate to process, where service is subordinate to authority, where reality is subordinate to form and adaptation to precedents. Student courtesan tribe, Okada riders and primary school pupils were lured and admitted into cultism. There were racketeering of all sorts, fake admission, fake students, fake results, fake NYSC list, etc. The infrastructure was part decaying, and there was constant students unrest. Staff salaries were unpaid. Convocation was not done for years, and the relationship between the GANYU and the town was very positive. Indeed, the Falcon is not here the Falcon. Skepticism filled the minds of many stakeholders in this community. While everyone believed it was all over, Professor SABURI ADESANYA was appointed Vice-Chancellor. That appointment was received with skepticism. On the contrary, Professor ADESANYA drew with determination, faced the problems frontally and squarely with vigor, applied his academic, administrative, managerial, and diplomatic power to punch and inflate the balloon of evidence. Pessimism started to do great work. The clear backlogs of student graduation arrears, embarked on aggressive infrastructural renewal, and leverage on his solid personal relationship with TESCOM to execute strategic projects for the university. I can say with all sense of responsibility that Professor ADESANYA has a very good impact and transformation works in every respect, in every aspect, resonated beyond the walls of the university and the school's communities. The university calendar gives tables, issues of missing transcripts and delayed results disappear. The university had 9 Vice-Chancellors and 8 Government Council today. Professor ADESANYA as Vice-Chancellor and the people that before him have left legacies we are very proud of. Professor ADESANYA, a distinguished entomologist and seasoned administrator, took over in May. Had 9 Vice-Chancellors and 8 Government Councils today. Professor ADESANYA as Vice-Chancellor and a few others before him have left legacies we are all very proud of. Professor ADESANYA, a distinguished entomologist and seasoned administrator, took over in May 2017. The university experienced sustained and unprecedented developments during his 5-year term. He introduced interstate request system, certificate issuance and tracking system was also, certificate issuance and tracking system was placed online. OLU became the first state-owned university to give online lectures. 2020, the year 2020, post-university tertiary matriculation examination was conducted online. CCTV camera was installed in every nook and cranny of the campus for security surveillance. We introduced 38 iconic infrastructural projects with 20% already completed. Under his watch, number of students sitting at different university rooms from 2,000 to 20,000. I wish to seek your indulgence to disclose that I have special relationship with these great men. We both live in the same house, my brothers. I promoted Professor SABURI ADEJIMI ADESANYA 3 years to the end of his tenure. He introduced Professor OLATUNJE to me as his successor and his non-relationship immediately. The idea of Alebia University, which I am promoting, was rooted by Professor SABURI. Initially, I contributed establishing a skill acquisition and later a polytechnic, and what with a superior argument to the idea of the university was back. In fact, he voluntarily obtained the application form from the LDC on my behalf before I funded him. Whenever either or both of them visited the UK, I have insisted on accommodating them, even with their families. We have been part of each other's family. To grant it all, so that today changed my name. And I wonder what happened here today. We changed my name, and some people still maybe don't want to recognize that. So I wasn't a doctor, I was a PhD holder. So I changed my name, gave me degree holder. But the person who introduced me failed to document my name. I got me 17 Ladies and gentlemen, the list of valid achievements of these great leaders is long, and the impact created among students, faculty members, and most communities are positive and memorable. It is almost said that leaders directly affect the ethical conduct of their people. That has the greatest influence on their country. You will agree with me that peace has reigned supreme among students and between students and also in the last school administration. And this will engender much cherished progress and prosperity. In closing, I rejoice with the honorees and their families for working so hard to deserve this befitting sentence. I therefore wish them Allah's continued protection and blessings in their future endeavors. May grace Allah to continue to ease their affairs. I thank the Muslim community once again for this show of gratitude. It is on this note by which his chief host, Professor I.F.A. Johnson Magola, the current Vice-Chancellor of OLUWAKEMI, superlative successes and mutually rewarding tenure. So please salam Major General Dr. Sansarin Adebabula FCCNO MNR on the 12th of
I wouldn't know how to start. Of course, if everything, Dr. ADESANYA I think you will have to, but Masha you to come and explain why doctor is missing from this title here. Because I'm afraid of double barrel. You don't want to hear double barrel, you don't want to listen to military. What do you call it? So this is double barrel program. Double barrel celebration of distinguished personalities, administrators of this great university. So I was so much afraid when our chairman of education mentioned that we meted doctor. Of course, it's a beneficiary of honorary doctorate degree of this great university. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, our unreserved apology for that, sir. Thank you very much. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Academic of this great university, the person of Professor Mrs. Olatunde Abosede came in. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming, ma'am. We could have the boss of this great university, Mr. Saburii ADEJIMI, FC. Thank you. Thank you. But the Vice-Chancellor of this great university, Professor ADEJIMI OLU, to come and give his good message. Thank you. Thank you.
The chairman of the occasion, I know about prayer and audition for them to remove the doctor. Because I was also present when that ceremony was said. And looking at the speech of the chairman, shows clearly that it's a doctor. It's not welcome address, and I look at the time, it was about 30 minutes lecture. So it's actually a doctor without preparing for that speech. Very concerned. So this man permit me to then adopt those protocols that are already established with a reference to Royal Father President there. That's the chief post anyway, but without a woman who also people on this place, none of you can see that here. That is the chief post. I'm only following that chief post for him today. Can't be seen. Can't be manually. If part of medicine, and your shipment, big guy, we, and AS-SUJOOD. My Vice-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor AGO-IWOYE, OLUWAKEMI. You see how OLU comes about. You know, when Professor is always inclusionary and everything, and they put OLUWAKEMI. I said, okay, if I cannot be OLUWAKEMI, at least I can be OLU. People put Professor ADEKOLA, put OLU there. Nobody will question you. So, and I thank you for allowing me to use the OLU, at least for now. I want to thank the chairman of the Muslim community. Please, because of our time, don't let me continue to go on and on and on, but I cannot but introduce and recognize the former deputy governor of the state and distinguished senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator ADEJIMI Kaka. Is one of us in this university and always reference to some.
Thank you.
Again, I need to also, about the two guys that I said on this right, it's very difficult for me to not to recognize them as well. Those are the two people that succeeded in the university from the donor that the university actually went to for some time. Professor SABURI and Professor OLATUNJI, they also recognize her. Now, so, Mr. Chairman, please permit me to actually adopt the existing protocol if I miss anything else over time. My job is simply just a good way. I went and do very well. Because I do what they are good and we. And designers is good and we. But we cannot have a good way without having some sense of achievement that we also want to point out. We are celebrating these two people today because they have done well. That's why it's not two words to go together. The good and the will of saying. But the question I want to ask all of us here, I wish it's paramount and I want all of us to take it away. When you exit this university, because all of us will live one day. Certainly, my prayer is that we all retire. So I will also be able to showcase what we have done. So when you leave, you want university to also celebrate you. What do you want university to remember you for? These are people, nobody can answer it except yourself. Whatever you have done, you live after you. I happen to serve other two of them. I was head of the department, other was SABURI and ADESANYA. And I was the chairman of House of as well when he was there. And so it was trained because at the time I was trained in narrating of how we were going to play out in this university. Now before he came, what we're trying to do is that if you want 1 naira today, 1 naira cannot be given to us for that day, it goes out the university immediately. Everybody goes to, and then whatever happens, I don't care. We'll go and look at it again. But when he came, I was the chairman at that time. We look at the university level. And we look at the university that we need to build the university. Because one day to his office, I said, look, chairman, this university has been a system for a while. We have been doing this thing the same way and expect different results. Is it possible? But you know that university, there are no way you have to move forward. Yes, the government is showing us 20 months subvention. But that time, we tell you, I said, okay, we are not going on subvention. I put it there today. No subvention. No subvention. And then we carry back. Every year, call our people. We go to America. We did all those one for the first year when we came here. And then next year come. We think that this is an orphan university. Can you look at point at what government has done for you this university? Look at yourself. This is all this building. Except to stay individually built, what of that thing do you see? So if one can just look at it and okay, if this was a private university, what go wrong? If they give us money, we can't there. They are not looking what has what can do, but I need cooperation of you people. I said, well, Prof, we also need our money. You know, because if I don't have people, what is going on? I don't know, we don't work here. Let's not look at the lead that are going, and okay, fine. That is one. Two, people are sacked. Those are people who moved up one day and sacked about 1,000 workforce of this university. 1,000. You sack everybody. Who? Even people that went to Mecca. Before they came back, they received their letter. They were in Mecca and they sacked them. I don't think I didn't tell you they and I said, Prof, our people were sacked unjustly. And this world cannot move forward except they come back. Who are going to that? That means we don't have future here. If some people can just, because at that time, the system thing was also sacked. It was a system thing. It was sacked. The most of British school, Brother Peter Azar, was sacked. Now, if those people are sacked, what is the justification? So, if we don't allow these people to come back, then we cannot have university. It's okay, we will come back. I will tell you a secret today, which we did not share, and I want to share it with you for the first time. Problem is the chairman of the committee, I put in the section of the core staff. I said, Prof, how do you make me? I said, Now, if I don't put you there, you are not to go and tell your people that we are not going to do that there now. We put it together and see if they are going to recall or not. You see it together. And so when I started, let me wonder, oh, this is the big one. I know she didn't want the end. But I said, there were some without doctors, but you can see some people, there were some without doctors. Okay, so let's remove those ones. So let's remove those ones. And then come back. You don't, that you don't do anything. And then we can recall those people. Wrong. Tell me that not more. I never knew I would like that someone did. But now I know that it's not easy to take a decision when things are like that. And then let's start with asking from the point of you don't have it. Because at that time people are using, if you remember, people are using their cars as offices. They will come to school, there's nowhere to sit, they will sit down in their cars. And then they use those cars at their offices. They say, well, what can we do that? Let us start with, even if it's a cubicle, let people sit down somewhere and do their work. So when people are complaining today, we build it up for people paying, but you've forgotten that you are using your car before.
Yes, sir.
At office.
Yes, sir.
But because that's human being, we need to improve. So by the time President was going, we already had the foundation that we have to build. We have university that we can call our own. At least we can build from there. And when I was going, he called and said, we need to do something. I said, Prof, what is it? You can see that those federal universities are stable. I said, yes. I said, you know why? I said, no. If you want to solve the problem of this university permanently, then you must amend this law. In line with the university amendment law of the federal universities, and that is why they are saying nobody can just remove any chancellor anyhow because they are going to announce. That's why they remove it. It can't be done anymore because as I thought, he said it's possible. Let's do it first. What is right? Because if you know today. In the University of Lagos, you remember Professor Women that the Vice-Chancellor just went on here and said you are removed. But people told him that we have law. And the law said that it's only the joint committee of Senate and Council that can remove that Vice-Chancellor. And the Senate rose up and said, no, you both appointed this person, you cannot severely remove the person. That was how Women came back to the office. So we changed the old narrative and we then have the law that we are using today. I will get it signed and I will take it to Professor Olatunde. You see, that's why I said, whatever you are doing, ask yourself when you leave, what will people talk about you? So let me, the people in government, at that time, the chief of staff, you know what the chief of staff? That's if you don't if government want to sleep by 1 a.m., the chief of staff that knows. If you want to wake up, the chief of staff that knows that as well. If government want to go and urinate, sorry sir, I'm not saying that if you want to enter the courtroom, it's only the chief of staff that knows about it. So that time, when I wanted to get money from the governor, and we know we are having this issue 10 months, 20 months, I was not fighting. And those all I see my team, we all carry ourselves, go to Abuja. This man happened to be one of the generals. We always fight to put together. Where is there? What is he doing? So we went to him. What is the issue? What to do? I will give you his number. He has one number. Don't tell anybody. You say yes, sir. Whatever you want, 1 a.m. at midnight, you will read those things. Just give it. Send all of them between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. before you start praying in the morning. Whatever comes in around time, you will read it. I don't give up on it, sir. So I will be very guilty by fire by force. So that between that time I will be awake and send all those things to the governor. The governor will wonder who sent this thing to me. And then before I go, by somewhere I will see that same thing I sent to the governor. He will forward it to me. I said, see me in the office. I will also see me in the office after it. Okay, I hesitate to do it. We go there and say, okay, how many months? 20 months. We'll pay you 1 month. You pay 1 month out of 20 months. Who are you going there? So, and we are doing that gradually. And when it comes to the issue of the amendment, he was very instrumental to it. He never knew he's going to come here and implement that law. You know, that was the law we are using today. Because they said, we did not for government to sign. He don't sign. They didn't went to our assembly. First reading, second reading, the reading, no, what is it? Because assembly is back up. Why would I ADESA? But the third reading, one professor knows that one. As if you just come and say, we've signed. Third reading, okay, or contact reading, no, whoever the car. You know, but I here today, the whole thing, and when he came, he then called me, and what we have made on is that, okay, people are having where they can put their head down. The next stage is that people must be comfortable. You know, this is I'm having a work with them. So when I was doing the interview, because I told you was there, I told them I have been deeply involved in the children of university in the last 10 years. So I know where we are, where we are going from there. So they said, let's make it the comfortability of everybody. He then made a promise. Nobody, as I'm going on, will be paid your salary on the 25th of every month. You know why? Because we've already established that with some SABURI ADESANYA. That we are not dependent on government to give us money. So when they come and that, I think I'll make it easy. I think there was a man who kind of sit there. He then made a promise that on the 25th of every month, the salary will go to bank. And today, it's difficult for me to even say this. People to go out money will go and find it. You will get a man that buy the force. And then we then move on with the telephone. Of course, we know that there's always telephones. There is opportunity that we have. We know, we've seen all the tricks in the telephones. We're exploring them. And that is why when I go to office in the last 3 months, tomorrow will be 3 months now. We don't even look at any other place that telephone. I call the postal law. The total and the telephone, national cake again. They are not doing that. Oh, I'm there, I want to, I don't know. You know, but I want to tell us here that as needed foods, today we have also been awarded 250 best places for the hostel from telephone. So, in different, the two of them have done beautifully well for us. Established the buildings, we have the buildings now. People can start talking, there's no issue in my office. This year is for lecturer one, is not supposed to be professor. It's because they have some, and people know this history so that people will know where they are coming from. Initially, they were using their cars. They moved them from their cars to cubicle. They were happy at that time when people was done. And when they were they said, is that telling us what they have to say, well, we will do one. Faculty of law, they will talk for our professor. No, cubicle. That's okay. We try and change that law and make it comfortable. As soon as I got there, they told me that even the chairs and tables that prof that we both know would have been given to professors. But the prayer is that we continue to move forward. This is one thing we continue to move forward. And every one of us continue to be happy. It is when the workers are happy that the university can move forward. I pray that as we are celebrating them today, We all celebrated at one point or the other in our lives. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Of course, that's a detailed speech from the Vice-Chancellor of this University, Professor ADEJIMI Mr. Chairman, sir, it is my singular honor to now invite the Pro-Chancellor, the Chairman of the Public Council, OLATUNJI University, no other person than our distinguished Professor Tony Ashiru. Takbir. Of course, our Vice-Chancellor is protesting that, you, but personally I don't know the name up till now. So maybe when it is moved to nowhere, I should be able to give you the name. Takbir.
Assalamu alaikum. Kim Holiday. President. I live in Saudi for 19 years. So I speak Arabic like a Saudi. But my Arabic is different from yours. You are doing classic and proper grammatic Arabic. Thank you very much. I'm tempted to stand on the same protocol because all my life, anytime I try to do renovations, I always meet somebody out and do this and do that. But today, I have to be very difficult. I will still try, but if I do it in the wrong order, or your name is not mentioned, please forgive me. It's not out of respect, it is completely that I'm not giving to formalities. But being an Otumba, of the land, I will start my referred KBC, our host, the man who is the host of this university community, Oba Alayuba, KBC, Oba Abrasak Adenuga, the more way of AGO-IWOYE, KBC sir, let me say something to you. 2 weeks ago, I walked to the party, and I was walking, someone comes and said, I didn't hear me, because I was wearing my Tuba chain and I said, which can you say? I'm only wearing a Tuba. He said, you are the body of AGO-IWOYE. I said, you want to cut my head? They said, it's my look-alike, so I was look-alike. And but my brother, I'm very fond of swimming knows. When my first day on this campus, when I entered this university, the council normally gave visits to the Catalans. We started, they were interrupted by ASU strike and all the like. But I said, before I come in, before the council comes, the council was not yet constituted at that time. I said, I must go and read my KBC. So the first place I saw before I entered this campus was his palace to say, Ekulesa, KBC, and thank you for being a wonderful place. This of council will still take place, it's not just taking place, but I've gone personally to go and greet him before the council goes there. That's how much respect I have for KBC. The chairman said, sorry, I missed the sequence. I don't want to read my KBC because we are both members of the Jebu Renaissance Group, a group that looks after the interests of the Jebus in general, and KBC is well respected, the part member of that Jebu Renaissance Group. And we are both in the royal court of KBC of Abujale. KBC, sir. Thank you, sir. Some of the Bishop General Doctor retired. Once a soldier, always a soldier. You are welcome, sir. When I saw him putting this in his I know what's called information. Information is a major task of soldiers. My brother, my friend, the former governor, deputy governor of Ogun State, there's no demonstration that is very to work with that very warmly. We've been friends since maybe 50, 60 years ago. Only, maybe 60 years ago. So if I still haven't was that we will be getting our age that. So let me just say, we first 10 years ago. We've been friends for a long, long time, over generations. Since the 60s, we've been together as small boys in Ijebode. We are from Ijebode, he from Ijebode. I'm not comparing, but we are from Ijebode. Again, I'm making a mistake here. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor ADEJIMI, Agbola, the Vice-Chancellor of OU, or I say Professor Agbola, OU, let me do my OU, excuse me, OU. Let me quickly say the management team of the university, starting from the registrar you have sent, starting with DBC's academic, DBC admin, the registrar who is from the absent, the author, the librarian, and then all those great men at the university. And I've seen my friend there, Professor Badanoshi, the chairman of the SABURI committee, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great academicians, great members of the community. Let me now stand on the city protocols. And now, let me specially recognize the two honorary today, Professor GANIYU, OLATUNJI, Professor GANIYU, OLATUNJI, OLATUNDE. He will kill me for doing that because he's my good friend. There was a day, every day, here and we talk every day for almost 3-4 months when we were abroad. That's how close we are. And also, the former Vice-Chancellor, his predecessor, Professor SABURI ADESANYA. I know these two gentlemen, and I'm going to talk about them later in different ways. But then we quickly also recognize the honorary today, the former, the first female Muslim professor of OU, whom I've met a number of times when I go to buy bread. Because OU bread is so popular in my house now that if I do buy bread for OU, I will not be allowed to get out of my house when I get to Lagos. And a lot of my friends, I'm sure you know that I come there regularly to buy bread. A lot of my friends in Lagos, as much as every graduate, they said, what did you criticize it? I said, there is this professor lady of OU who has a magic hand of baking, who makes special bread. So congratulations for me to first. I missed your lecturer because I was not around, I would have been there. But I heard about it and that was the great congratulations. Let me talk about these two great men that are honored today. I've been in places before where people live, the intellectuals pull them out. I remember in the university, when the VC was not being allowed to, immediately it was midnight. It was time to come up and log in the next morning. The law is something that cannot come in, and they even told the gates they are not allowed to enter the campus. That is how badly some people are performed on duty. But you have these people that are gone and they are being honored. They are not only honored by the university, they are even being honored by people of their faith. People of their faith, very important. It shows that the Islamic community recognizes them to be good ambassadors of Islam, and that to me is far more worthy than even the university community. Because being recognized by people of faith to be good ambassador means a lot, and therefore I commend both of you for excellent performance. I know both of you in different ways. I know one by personal experience, and another one by reputation. Let me start with Professor SABURI. The first day I met him, if you remember, was at the entrance of Metropolitan Club, coming inside, about 11 years ago. About Pro-Chancellor of the university. And he said, here is the new Pro-Chancellor of OLATUNJI University. And I said, oh, why you sir? And somehow we sat down together on the stage to over lunch. And I asked him, please tell me, what is your vision for the university? All I have about that university is hot. For your information, the students of this university stopped me from coming to Djibouti for almost 5 years, or 3 years. I've not entered my house in Djibouti for almost 3 years because there was a number incident and they were traced to students of this university. And I said, if I did it, I will not come to Djibouti again. What you sort out yourself. That was before your tenure. And that, so all I knew about OLATUNJI is cultism. So when the governor called me and said, Prof, I want you to please, and go to the assignment, and you cannot say no. I said, really? I said, yes. He said, I want you to be Pro-Chancellor of OLATUNJI. I said, that university of what? I'm already very involved with housework. Let me go there, please. I can do that. I said, no, I want you to OLATUNJI University. And then I started to do research. And I know the level at which this university has stabilized to be a sane, peaceful society under the watch of these two great men. Therefore, in Islam, we call them men of peace. If I rate you, you will be rated in Arabic. I say, your tenure are not class. But that means excellent. So give me an excellent tenure. Both of you, you've done very well. I want to say precisely what have I said here that endeared to these two great men. In life, people light torches. In life, people kill light. And in life, we go through tunnels. When you go through tunnel, a lot of people will go back, or they will continue to go in darkness through tunnel. So people will put light into the tunnel, go in so that others can follow them with light. That is what these two great men have done. They have light tunnel to this campus, and other men, like our professor who is doing now, they are going through light that have been lit by these gentlemen. They have stabilized this campus. They have brought a lot of development to this campus. My vision of when I started the person of this university, the first day I was coming, my intention was that I was going to the old campus. That's my vision of that university. I never knew what the mini campus. The mini campus. That's what I thought the university was. That was that place my mind or my physically speaking university. I never knew about this place. And I wrote a big speech that I was going to read. Out of complete ignorance, I must admit that we need to find a big land somewhere, to develop a big land and create a west of a park, blah, 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 blah. Then, as I was coming in, the branch, I said, why the branch? We are going further. He said, no, that's the campus. And I entered. I was full of emotions. I was glad that this university had become so. And before I even went into my office, I insisted on a drive around the campus. And I was really pleased that this university has gone through a lot of revolution and improvement under these two great men. I give congratulate you. I'm very proud of you. You are very The other thing which I noticed, believe it or not, the first structure I noticed when I entered this campus was the Islamic Center, the mosque. They are just complete. I said, oh, what building are they put up there? They said it is the new mosque built in the Islamic Center by Mrs. Musum Bello, the former, the middle past Pro-Chancellor. I was so impressed at this structure that this university has produced this artist coming up, which shows me one thing for sure, that the Islamic community university is a very stable community, strong people, and that's why you are honoring these two professors who have done exceptionally well. Before, if they don't go to university, they don't do well amongst you, you not honor them. That means also they are really part of this great Islamic community and they know very well. Therefore, I thank you very much for recognizing the role they played, because what we are doing today is appreciating this plan, and I'm happy for you that you do this, and that is very, very important aspect of the recognition. I'm really proud of you guys. I'm happy what you've done here. I have never had the opportunity of, I've tempted many times to call Professor Sadu. Sorry, I'm going to take your number today. I want to keep in touch. You've done very well here. Myself and Professor Olatunde are always in communication every time. I'm not a good public speaker, so that's why I miss out your name. I get confused, I get shy, I get very tonight. That's why it's not because of you, it's because of me that I'm missing. I'm going to Olatunde. Also, Olatunde is not a common name. It's a more of a first name than last name. So that's one of the reasons why I make the mistake. So it's the yes. So I thank you all for this, for doing this for these great men. I wish them well. What I just want to tell both of you is that your star is just about to start to shine. Whatever you've done here, you have already created impact. You have left something behind. People always say, do your tenure, this was done. Do your tenure, that is done. Your next step now will be greater by God's grace. Whatever your assignments you are doing will be greater. And I pray for you as your days are increasing, so that your strength, so that your goodwill, so that your glory, so that your prosperity, so that also your grace will always be men of recognition, will always be relevant, will never become irrelevant. Most people, when they retire, don't hear about them anymore. They just go to oblivion. In your own case, that's not your portion. By God's grace, you will always prosper. You will always do well. I wish you were gentlemen. God be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Afon, is that true? Thank you. Thank you. If anything, we can it all. See, to bring two distinguished personalities together and celebrate them, it's like saying, I wouldn't know, my after you are saying something the other time that's what? That's in those areas you used to use those days. I want you to be precise. That you know, Kebira, Bila, Akiru, Wan, Sugara, you know, Sekira, Akiru, Wan, Sugara, you know, Kebira, Bila, Moli, Wan, Sugara, you know, Sekira, Wan, Sugara, you know, Kebira, Bila, Ibu, Wan, Sugara, you know, he's already a Kebira. He's no more a Kebira. What do we now call him? You tell them later. Okay, you now say, you know Kebira. More, more, what do you now call him? No, it's Agalagui. It's no more Agalaga. There's somebody come and tell us the Arabic version of Agalagui. So somebody has told me it's Agalagui. Tekbir. Allahu Akbar. Tekbir. Allahu Akbar. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished personality at the table, the Muslim Puma, I have the pleasure now of inviting the guest lecturer today to deliver a very good lecture here, Leadership, Responsibilities of Muslim, to be delivered by Professor Sheikh Lukman Jimo, because he's the acting Vice-Chancellor, Kwara State University, Malete, But today it's represented by Dr. Usman Abdulhamid. Takbir! Takbir!
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My fathers, tutors, the Vice-Chancellor, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, ACAD, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Admin, the Monarch, our father, and all protocols duly observed. I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A special greeting to our fathers today who are celebrating them, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Khayrun nasi man yanfa'u nasa." The best of mankind is he who benefits humanity. And our fathers have laid a foundation for generations to come. And that's why the scholars will always say, قَدْ مَاتَ قَوْمٌ وَمَا مَاتَتْ مَكَارِمُهُمْ وَعَاشَ قَوْمٌ وَهُمْ فِي النَّاسِ أَمْوَاتٌ. There are lots of people living, but they are dead amongst human beings. And there are lots of people, even after their demise, people still speak good of them. And we pray and beseech the Almighty to protect our fathers, our professors here who are celebrating them today. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to show His mercies upon them, for they have served duly with heart and dedication. And that's why the topic for today is societal reformation through quality leadership, the Islamic perspective. I'll start with the saying, the success of any society is inherently entrenched in the righteousness of its citizens. The missing thing with us, human beings, when we speak of goodness, we do not act goodness. We criticize the leaders that were not good ourselves. We talk about change, transformation, but we're not perfect. We do not want to change ourselves. And change, they say, is the only constant. Religion beholds the tenets for refined societal rebirth after the failure of countless philosophies, doctrines, and ideas adopted by man for generations till date. Having far-reaching acumen for social, political, and economic effect, the reliance of the modern-day society on religious selection of quality leadership to rejuvenate the society for the mammoth cancerous moral and cultural decadence, as well as to reshape the direction of politics and to restore law and order, is vital. Listeners, brothers and sisters, Islam institutes for us a divine code for total renovation of our life. And that's why God Almighty, who has created us, called it Islam, the act of peace, the existence of peace, the sharing of peace, the relation of peace, and a life in totality is built upon peace. But if we do not live with peace, we would never be able to impart peace. And without Islam, there will never be peace in its essence. The religion from heaven, from the Almighty, is that religion of peace. And living Islam is living peacefully. If there's anyone who does not live that righteousness, having that heart of peace, would never be fruitful like our fathers have been. The level of fasad that creates on land and ocean is alarming. Allah Ta'ala says, mischief and evil spreads on land and ocean. We're not just committing evil on earth, we're committing evil even on the ocean. I spoke to someone who was lamenting and complaining about the government. And just before my eye, he reversed his car and hit another person's car. And he wanted to drive off. And I said, look, You're here complaining about the government, but you're not accountable for your own story. And the moment we're not accountable for ourselves, we're not able to speak about others. What is missing in us? The divine revelation sent to us by God Almighty. We turn away from it. And what brings to us, it brought injustice, lawlessness. It makes these things supreme. And people would be Christians, or because we're Christians, someone would lynch on them. People would be worshiping in their own mosques because they are Muslims worshiping in the mosque, and someone will shoot them. Injustice everywhere. Marginalization. Everywhere you go, you see people forcing their ideologies on another person. Leave and then leave. To be reformed as an individual, as a community, let another live like you wish to live. The financial crime we're experiencing is totally limitless. We have in the world today, the superpowers of the world would even create channels for the recycling of evil. They are the ones sponsoring terrorists, and they're the ones fighting terrorism. And they're making lots of wealth from hard drugs, immorality, everywhere. And when you're tired of being a man, you want to be a girl. Transgender. And nudity everywhere. No one, in fact, someone was telling me in Lagos that there's an association of parents of Yahoo boys. Association of parents of Yahoo boys. You know, when our father was talking about once upon a time in OOU where we had cultists attacking everywhere, you know, there are parents somewhere who say, I want my child to be as that boy. And they go every level to support and sponsor them with all diabolic support. Truthfulness and uprightness. When someone speaks the truth, we look down on that person. We say, who are you? Where are you coming from? We're all complaining about scarcity. And Bovas is there. Okay? Everywhere you go, you find Bovas selling at the bomb price. And then I ask myself, is Bovas getting its fuel from the skies? And then when we're there, filing out to buy the fuel, 6 a.m. already filed. Someone comes 10 a.m. and he wants to buy the fuel at that time. And I said, you're here complaining about leadership, but you're not yourself worthy of that office. Allah Almighty says, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. Whoever turns away from my remembrance, the divine guidance, their lives would be difficult, would be filled with torment. It is that tradition of ancient time that our parents have tutored us with spirituality that had made the yesteryears better. But now, spirituality is gone. We're living the life of carefulness, the life of whatever. Turning away from divine guidance would make our life discombobulated. Our society from within. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ. From within yourself, if you care to see, your daughter, he's doing evil things, taking in your hand, smoking, you're not correcting her. And your child, the boy, he's cross-dressing. There is no control. You do not have any problem with it. A parent brought the boy to me and said, the boy was wearing G-string, an underwear for a girl. What we are enforcing, before pointing fingers to the authority, look at yourself. You're not upright yourself. You do not wake up at prompt. You wake up 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and you're complaining about your child not being dutiful and not being up and doing at school. What we are enforcing within yourself. missing words, have eaten too much the fabrics of this economy. We have wrong leaders doing lots of evil things. In fact, most of the times we have clergy, pastors and imams sponsoring this evil campaign of some evil leaders. We're not able to correct the authority by tutoring them godliness, but instead, a member of the church who has paid and supported the church would be denied admission into the university of the church. The imam in the masjid would embezzle the funds of the mosque. And someone, this is personal, somewhere in Ilorin, the brother was in the hospital, and then the next thing was that the imam took the microphone and said, Mr. So and so, all the money gathered with you, please bring them back to us. There is no empathy, there is no support. This person is ill in the hospital and there is no care for him. Loss of life. Our leaders today would move their family abroad, but they do not care about healthcare facilities. They do not put in place available, proficient facilities for the masses. And every day we lose lives. And then what you see now, doctors traveling abroad to Saudi Arabia, to Europe, fellow Scandinavian country, it is because we have failed as a country. We have failed to take to their needs. We have failed to support them and have them stay behind in sacrifice. But because they themselves have failed, not realizing that their contribution to the system makes it all better. Religious and ethnic conflicts. Everywhere you go, in Lagos, a woman going to church was lynched, but because she was a Christian. Somewhere in the north, someone was killed just because she was a Christian living amongst Muslims. Did we not know that the Prophet ﷺ lived in Medina where Christians lived? Where is the concept of tolerance? Did we not know? With all due respect, I'd like to say that even my mother was a Christian. So, today we're living a life of evil rhetoric from clergy, scholars of the mosques. The information you feed your students bring about this conflicts we have in the community. Political instability. We have adopted old philosophy. From the hybrid to the authoritarian and also the democratical dispensation, nothing works because the divine code is missing. Godliness and righteousness. Nothing would work. Oppression. Even as tutors in the university, you are not giving to your students what is ideal. You go to class just once and you give them an assignment and you expect them to pass. This is psychological oppression. We oppress our kids, putting upon them burden, responsibilities beyond their capability, and all sorts of things. And there we are pointing fingers to the authority. Unemployment and poverty. Majorly, we have failed to go back to the roots. Yesteryears, when our fathers would have farmed lands without too much education, there was food for all. Operation Feed the Nation started. It was a way to turn us back to our basis. But today, we sit down, press our phones, and we expect food to fly out from the phones on the table. We do not have technical centers again. Polytechnics are dead. Nothing is working. There is no skill. Skill acquisition is gone. But we're there sitting down and complaining about the leaders. Allah Almighty says, وَلَا تَبْخَسُوا النَّاسَ أَشْيَاءَهُمْ وَلَا تَعْثَوْا فِي الْأَرْضِ مُفْسِدِينَ. Do not extort people's wealth. Whoever you are, wherever you are, make sure you give due to people as they deserve. وَلَا تَعْثَوْا فِي الْأَرْضِ مُفْسِدِينَ. And do not be corrupt on earth. Don't create mischief on earth. What are the reasons why we have all this leadership discombobulation? Number one, devaluation of monotheism. The essence of creation is to understand that there is no one worthy of worship except Allah the Almighty. The moment we failed to understand this sole essence, we associate with God Almighty partners and ascribe to them the power of the Almighty, we would continue to fail. Allah Ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Those who believed and have not compounded their beliefs with paganism, ascribing to God, ascribing to other deities what we should ascribe to Almighty the Almighty. Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمُ الْأَمْنُ. To these people would be security. The security we do not have in this country is because we have failed to identify God, our Lord, the Almighty, the Creator of the universe. And God said, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُهْتَدُونَ. These people will be the ones who will be guided. Our guidance is not coming because we fail to understand who our God is, the Almighty. Alienation of the Quran. We have deserted the word of Allah, the Almighty. Ya ummata iqra madha taqra'un. The nation of Iqra, what are you reading? The nation of the Quran, what are you reciting? We've ignored the Quran. وقال الرسول إن قوم اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. Allah Ta'ala says, the Prophet would say on the day of judgment, my nation have turned away from the Quran. وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ نُقَيِّضْ لَهُ الشَّيْطَانِ. Allah Ta'ala says, whoever turns away from the remembrance of Allah the Almighty would fashion for him shaytana, a demon, وَهُوَ لَهُ قَرِينٌ. Then this person, this demon would be his companion. Demon is living with most people in this country, and that's why they will never hit the truth. Refutation of the Sunnah. What the Prophet ﷺ had teaching us, we turn away from it. And Allah says to us, وَإِن تُطِيعُوهُ تَهْتَدُوا. If you follow Muhammad ﷺ, you'll be guided. And whenever the Prophet ﷺ said, this is what we should do, we do not want to listen. We disregard faith. Importantly, when we're in the post of leadership, when we are asked to make supplications, prayers, this has nothing to do with prayers. This has to do with your own internal skills. No, your failure. The failure of an individual is when he believes he's capable by himself without the support of the Almighty. Al-i'timadu ala al-akhdi bil asbab shirku. Depending on your own ability as an individual makes you associate partners with Allah the Almighty. وَعَدَمُ الْأَخْذِ بِالْأَسْبَابِ كُفْرٌ. Not doing what you do, what you should do, makes you a disbeliever. Adopting all sorts of ideology. Once upon a time, the West would come to us and say, you have to be a gay, you have to adopt, homosexuality. And then some people started saying, well, that's where the world is turning to. If you're tired of your lips, you cut it off. You're tired of being a man, you turn to a girl. All of these things change and turn us to the evil path. وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. If you follow the ideas of people on earth against the divine prescription of the Almighty, they will turn you away from the path of guidance. We will leave this world. Our fathers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide them aright, have preferred the life after this world to this world. And that's why they have been able to do the much they've been able to do. Every time we consider this world better than the Akhirah, we would never be able to attain anything. Allah Ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ يَسْتَحِبُّونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا, those who beloved this world above the Akhirah, above the hereafter, وَيَصُدُّونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, and turn against the path of Allah, وَيَبْغُونَهَا عِوَجًا, and take this path as a means of deviance. أُولَٰئِكَ فِي ضَلَالٍ بَعِيدٍ, these people live in abject misguidance. Our society is in great need of reformation, having witnessed and still witnessing declining state of values and standards. But to put to heart, we would not be talking about anything if we do not memorize or commit to heart these common matters. The first matter is صلاح الفرد طريق إلى صلاح المجتمع. It is often said that صلاح الفرد صلاح المجتمع. The transformation of an individual is the transformation of the community. If we are not good as individuals, we will never be good as a community. If we are failed as an individual, we would fail as a society and would fail as a nation. And Imam Malik says, لن يصلح آخر هذه الأمة إلا ما أصلح أولها. The later part of this generation will never be better, but except what made the previous generation better. What made them better? Their godliness, their devotion to God. They put to heart all the things the scriptures have said. The provisions of total reformation are embedded in the models given by the Prophet ﷺ, as said by Imam Ma'aradi. And he said, "Man kana muta'assiyan falyata'assa bi ashab Rasulillah." Whoever wants to be a role model should take the companions of the Prophet as a role model. These in the words of Ibn Mas'ud. Listeners, our society is formed around three things majorly. The home, a house. What happens there is what happened in the community. Imam Shafi says, Al-Usratu Imadul Mujtama. The family is the pillar of the society. Asasul Muslim. But the mother is the foundation of the home. The mosque, where we're supposed to tutor people godliness, tolerance, endurance, truthfulness, the mosque has turned to a place of, discrimination, all sorts of evil incisions into the hearts of people, and would tutor our students, our followers, to be rebels. And they go to the community to inflict pains on people. The rhetoric a scholar preaches would be against him if his followers do evil in the community. The first institution the Prophet ﷺ established when he got to Medina, reforming the community of Medina, the Prophet built the mosque, the school. What do we teach our children in the school? Learning today has become something else. The heart of the future leaders are corrupt. When they close their eye, they think of evil. In China, little kids are tutored about creating wristwatches, calculator, computer, but we put our kids towards watching pornography, cartoons, and wasting their lives. Would never be able to create a leader if we continue that path. This is because Allah Almighty says, وَالْبَلَدُ الطَّيِّبُ يَخْرُجُ نَبَاتُهُ بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِ. The pure earth, the pure community, the pure family evolves good seeds. وَالَّذِي خَبُثَ لَا يَخْرُجُ إِلَّا نَكِدًا. But the filthy house, the filthy community, the filthy nation would always produce evil leaders, dangerous individuals. People would get there and forget about us. And Imam Shafi said, to be able to affect change and reform our community, to be able to create true leadership, we have to identify truth ourselves. We do not know the truth. And when we know the truth, we pretend not to know the truth. And that's why al-amalu bil-haq, practicing the truth. Yes, the government is not good, and yet you go to the toilet. You have cleaners there. You would ask them to come and do it, and you're not able to flush the toilet. My dad used to say something that when you see a reckless driver, such a person would be a reckless user of the toilet. Because if he's not able to flush the toilet, he would not be able to watch the traffic lights. He would not comply. And you find students on campus looking at the toilets, having the cleaners come around, and at the point when they are cleaning the toilet, they defecate there and walk by. Because they are not trained like that. We know the truth, but we do not practice the truth. Ta'lim al-haq. And those who know it do not teach the truth. They keep it to themselves. They just want their own kids, their family to be better. And you do not teach it out to people. But when we live in a community that is confused at ours, we have to be patient. You do not teach your people to be rebellious. You do not channel people to turn against constitutional authority. Destroying the system is not the path to change. And backstabbing the leader is not the way to greatness. You will also become a leader. The VC, if you turn against his laws, you are turning against yourself. So if you turn against the rule of the university, you are turning against God. Al-amalu bihi. You practice the truth. You tutor the truth. So we'll bring it to a summary because of time. So what are the credentials of a quality leader? Because of time, we'll not be able to cite examples of this. But the foremost is al-qawi. A leader must be someone with strength, power. This strength is not physical strength, spiritual strength, based on faith. If you're strong physically and you're not strong spiritually, you can never be a leader. Spiritual strength is based on Iman. Your strength in God, spiritually, makes you a perfect leader. And that's why all of the prophets of God are always connected to God. Allah told Moses, he says, when he left the sons of Israel and he went to take the 10 commandments, Allah said to him, why did you come early, O Musa? He says, وَعَجِبْتُ إِلَيْكَ رَبِّ لِتَرْضَى. Have hastened towards you, O God, so that you be pleased with me. Moses said to God that I hastily come to you. And to be a leader, you must be hasty towards God before taking decisions. Number 2, al-Maki. A leader must be someone with dexterity, capable. Okay, once upon a time, a Salaf, one of the righteous predecessors, was asked by his child, Ya Abati, oh my father, لأن يكون الرجل موهوبا أم يكون محبوبا. For a leader, a person, should the person be loved or be dexterous, filled with skills and acquisitions? The father looked at him and said, أن يكون الرجل موهوبا خير من أن يكون محبوبا. For a person to be skilled at whatever he's given, saddled with, is better than being loved. Because those who are loved will be deceived with the love and passion of people. They start shouting your name. But if you're skilled, they will come towards you because you have what it takes to be the leader. The next thing is al-ilm. Al-alim. A true leader must be knowledgeable. If you're not knowledgeable, you would always call a sodium, representation of the sodium SO. And sodium is represented with Na. I remember writing the first science exam when we were in secondary school. So I looked at it and I said, oh, oxygen is O, and hydrogen is H. So nitrogen is N. So what should potassium be? K. So I started writing P. And when I see sodium, I put SO. So when I failed, I turned back to the basics. So sometimes you just need to follow the rules to the letter. Follow rules to the letter. Do not create yours outside the box. And being a scholar means doing what is necessary and it's done. And a leader must be someone who guards things. You should not be wasteful. You should hold things with amen. Some of us in offices were given a unit vehicle to serve the university, for example, and the vehicle is seen at Maiduguri. The unit vehicle, the car of the library, for example, is parking yard somewhere in Bauchi. You're a leader at your unit. And abusing what is given you as responsibility shows you do not have a manner. A truthfulness. Wherever we're not able to speak the truth, even if it's against us, we can never be a leader. It was narrated that Umar sneaked into some people who were taking hard drugs, who were smoking or doing illicit things. He paused behind the door, behind the house, and he said, I've caught you, you're doing evil thing. And then they said to him, O leader of believer, it is written in the book of God that you should not transgress. You're transgressed. And Umar said, yes, you're right. What is expected of us is نحكم بالظاهر والله يتولى السرائر. You only just with obviousity and leave what is hidden. Don't continue to snooping on people. And what Umar did was that he acknowledged his mistake and then he gave up. They changed their ways and he as a leader changed his way. That you can only speak the truth, but you cannot force the truth on people. Basira, foresightedness. A leader must be someone who projects the future. You must be able to look ahead. And looking ahead is what our fathers have been able to do, and this is why we find OLU where we have it today. As-SUJOOD, a leader must be courageous, must be strong. When the Prophet ﷺ in the Battle of Hunayn, he saw his companions running away. They were losing the battle. And the Prophet ﷺ stood his ground. And then when some part of them saw that the Prophet was not turning down, they started calling others. As a leader, be firm. Be steadfast. Don't chicken out on issues. You have the truth. Don't because of someone turn against the truth. So generally, being capable for the job is better than being desired for the job. All the time ask yourself, am I capable? Am I capable? Whatever you do, wherever you are. If you're capable, you'll be fruitful. But if you're not capable, you suddenly ruin yourself and ruin others. Leadership is about taking responsibility. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ told us that كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. We're all shepherds. We're all leaders. And we're going to be asked about what we've been saddled with. The painful thing in our community today is that we pretend that nothing is happening and we fold our hands. The path to change is the path of proactiveness. We've got to be proactive. If we do not stand up for change, change would never come. And that's why in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah spoke about those who were perished among the sons of Israel, that amongst them were few people who knew the truth, but they were not speaking. And Allah cursed all of them. So if you know the truth, and you do not speak the truth, the consequence of not speaking the truth would not just not harm the people who were not correcting, but it would also engulf you too. The path of societal reformation is about correcting and admonition and inciting about goodness. We would never have a change but until we fight for the change. It is permissible if we find out that people who are vying for leadership are not worthy of it. And Imam Mabdawi, as well as Mawardi, they said, it is not part of Islam to seek leadership. But when it is noted that people who are vying for leadership are not worthy of it, it would bring ruin to the community in general. And they supported this with a verse where Yusuf Joseph said, "Ij'alni ala khaza'in al-ard." Make me a minister on the affairs of Egypt. And he said this, "Inni hafidhun alim." He said, because I am able and have the knowledge. So if you have the capability, stand up in your department, in the sections of the university, in the community, stand up to be counted. What are you bringing to the table? And bring what is perfect, and everything becomes better. Practically, all the leaders of the past have been people who have good companions. The failure of a leader is when he has lieutenants who are dangerous. If you have supporters who do not support you righteously, they lead the leader to a peril. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was the companion of the Prophet the foremost, and Harun was the brother of Moses, and they were the best of mankind. Choose good companions if you want to go far as a leader. And there will be no success in leadership if we do not seek the support of the Almighty. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Takbir. Takbir. Everything is about leadership, responsibility of Muslims. Of course, it is better being capable for the job is better than being desired for the job. Being capable for the job is better than being desired for the job. That particular statement is loaded. If you know you are not capable of doing the job, don't venture into it. But the implication will definitely come. Thank you very much. Takbir. Takbir. May Allah continue to bless our Sheikh with knowledge and more wisdom. Takbir. Now it is time for us to invite Professor Abdulatif Nasir to please step forward and give the short citation of our former Vice-Chancellor, Professor SABURI ADEJIMI. Forward to come and read the citation of Professor SABURI ADEJIMI at this time. While Professor Abdulatif Nasir will come forward after him to recite that of Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. Thank you very much. Takbir. Dr. Falari, please, are you on?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me the honor to read the citation of our erudite professor, Professor SABURI ADEJIMI ADESANYA. Professor, I'm sure the whole audience will be glad to see your full regalia. Professor SABURI ADESANYA attended the Baptist Grammar School in Ibadan between 1966 and 1970, and thereafter he proceeded to UB College between 1971 and 1972. Prof gained admission into the University of Ibadan in 1973, where he got his Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry in the year 1976. Afterwards, Prof proceeded to the University of Ife, now OLATUNJI University, where in 1978 he bagged his MPhil in pharmacology in 1981. He thereafter left the shore of Nigeria in 1981 to the University of London, Great Britain, where he bagged his PhD in pharmacology in 1984. While at Ile-Ife, at the now OLATUNJI University, Prof taught various courses, both at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. And today, his academic excellence will be well attested with by the over 40 publications that he has to his credit. He has attended several local and international seminars, conferences, and workshops. And Prof has also supervised quite a number of PhD and master students, as well as several undergraduate students. Prior to being appointed as the acting Vice-Chancellor of the OLATUNJI University in 2012, Prof was the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Administration at the OLATUNJI University in Ile-Ife, which was a position he held from 2009 to 2012. He has also served the university in various capacities, which included as the head of the Department of Pharmacology. He was a member of the Faculty Review Committee and several other committees, including research, board, the Board of Pharmacy, as well as the University Research Committee and the University Council, to mention but a few. Prof has had many awards and distinctions to his credit, and these included the Scholarship Award he got from the federal government, as well as the Postdoctoral Fellowship he got from the Organization of African Unity, as well as the STRC. Prof as well got fellowships from Centre National de Recherche Scientifique in France, so it won't be surprised if Prof is a fluent French speaker, and he got these many other awards from elsewhere. He is also a member of the Nigerian Society of Pharmacology, the World Health Organization Center for Excellence in Traditional Medicine and Plant Research at the OLATUNJI University in Ile-Ife. He has also served as external examiner to various private and public universities in Nigeria and beyond. He has served as adjunct and visiting professor to many universities in Nigeria, and Prof has attestedly traveled far and wide. Prof was named the acting Vice-Chancellor of this great university on the 27th of July 2012 and was thereafter confirmed as the 7th substantive Vice-Chancellor of this university by the University Council in August 2013. He left office in 2017 after 5 successful years of meritorious service. Professor SABURI ADESANYA contributed immensely to the development of OOU Muslim community. During his tenure, Prof facilitated the movement of the Islamic Center of the OOU Muslim community to the permanent site, which is where we are today, and he facilitated as well the construction of a permanent structure, which is what we are standing inside it today. Prof is happily married to Mrs. Olushola Ajoke Adesanya, and the marriage is blessed with promising children, many of whom include many of us. But I'm glad it was during the revolutionary days of his Vice-Chancellorship that I had the privilege to join this university as an academic staff. Let's say MashaAllah, Tabarakallah to Prof. Jazakallah.
Takbir. Takbir. It is now for Professor Latif Nasir. Please step forward and give the citation of immediate Vice-Chancellor of this great university, Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI. Thank you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me stand on the existing protocol as I read the citation. Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI, please help me to appreciate Almighty Allah and glorify Him as we wish in this citation. Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI started his secondary school education at SABURI College in Solo. It's there between 1970 and 1974. Before proceeding to Nadia College at ADEJIMI, he spent 2 years between 1975 and 1977. Proceeded to the University of Lagos, where he obtained his Bachelor of Science degree in Zoology in the second class of division, and then had his master's in agricultural biology and a doctorate too in agriculture, both from the University of Ibadan. Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI was a research officer with the Nigerian Third Products Research Institute in Lagos, and also a research fellow with the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture before joining the services of the Federal University of Agriculture at Abeokuta, where he served for 20 years before being appointed by the Osun State University of Osogbo. Professor OLATUNJI has served in various committees of Senate and councils of universities. He was one-time acting head of department, deputy dean, chairman of academic staff, Union of Universities, ASU, and Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. He was also a zonal coordinator, and if you don't know, he was actually one of my mentors. So before I was zonal coordinator, he was zonal coordinator. He was also the coordinator of the Student Industrial Work Experience Scheme service. He was the director of academic planning, deputy Vice-Chancellor, acting Vice-Chancellor, and was a member of governing councils of 2 universities at different periods. Professor OLATUNJI has been to many professional, has attended many professional training courses and management, as well as management and leadership trainings, both at home and abroad. Some of these are creative leadership for total transformation of African tertiary institutions, conducted by the University of Stellenbosch Business School, University of Stellenbosch, South Africa in 2010. Was also an training on enhancing the quality of teaching, research, administration in Nigerian tertiary institutions by the Brunel School, Business School, Brunel University, West London, in UK, 2011. He also attended establishing and sustaining entrepreneurship centers training in tertiary institutions, conducted by the University of Wolverhampton, Midland, UK in 2012. The international collaborations and partnerships for higher education growth and development by the Brunel University, West London, UK in 2013. Was also at the transformational changes in higher education, positioning your institution for future success, conducted by Harvard University, Boston, USA, 2014. Professor GANIYU OLATUNJI is well published in reputable national and international journal outfits, with over 45 publications of his credits. He was at the time the Chief of Staff to the former Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Senator MOSQUE FCA. He was appointed Acting Vice-Chancellor of OOU in 2017. Please, when we write OOU is not OOU. This university is actually OOU. You have to respect our culture and respect our language. Now, his appointment as the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor was approved on Friday, 13th October 2017 for a period of 5 years. Professor OLATUNJE contributed immensely to the development of all the Muslim community. And during his tenure, he facilitated the donation of the ultra-modern AS-SUJOOD mosque by Dr. Mrs. Tanramat Musumbiru, the immediate past pro-chancellor and chairman of the governing council of AGO-IWOYE. He is happily married with and blessed with children. Thank you.
Takbir. 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 At least you heard it all about our, even though you have heard it all, that might not be exhaustive of these distinguished personalities being celebrated today. Thank you very much. Now it is time for us to revise our distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Senator Adegboyega Shefiu Kaka, to step forward and give tributes regarding this distinguished personality. Takbir. Takbir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. We thank Almighty Allah for giving us today and the opportunity to honor our own. The chairman of the occasion, retired Major General Sansade Abusaya, and active retired doctor at Professor Kábíyèsí, my way of Agó-IWOYE Adé Apẹ́lórí that Apẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ Èrò Kẹrẹ Adé Abẹ́rẹ́. The chairman and pro-chancellor of the OLATUNJE University, my dear brother, Professor Toyin Ashiru. The Vice-Chancellor of OLATUNJE University, Professor Agbola. The guest lecturer and my dear brother, Chief Tele Ogunjobi, all the principal officers here present, all the lecturers, and regards to all of you, the great postwrights, great Mohoites, because they just corrected us now. Okay. All you whites. Okay. Well, I'm from UI, so I can't make that. I can't miss that. Well, our special guest of honor, the two eminent professors, Professor ADESANYA and Professor OLATUNJI, and of course our neighbor sister, Professor Mrs. ADEKOLA, all other courses duly extended. By the time I was invited to this occasion, I realized that I was to be the chairman of a book launch today. At the same time, I was to join Mr. Governor in the Ijebu East. So I became divided. But the resolution was in favor of the honor being done to our brothers and sisters. The reason is, I won't use the word gun barrel because I'm not a soldier. But the reason can be abused from 2 points of view. And it all borders on issue of motivation. Because by the time we have the Muslim community coming together to say they want to honor these eminent personalities. One, over 5 years ago, had left the university. Yet the memory of his achievement remains ever growing. The other one left about 3 months ago, and we can count the number of receptions that have been organized in this hall. Then our sister, Professor ADEKOLA, he just gave an inaugural lecture 2 days ago on Tuesday. So, what we are doing today, what the Muslim community is doing for the thrill, is actually directed at those of you left behind, still in active service, and those yet to join. Why am I saying this? The social scientists, they carefully inform us, and the guest lecturer of today also alluded to it, that every behavior is a motivated behavior. By the time you are celebrating the gentleman and the lady here, you are indirectly motivating them to do better wherever they are going. Especially the lady that happens to be the first professor, female professor in this university. Muslim female professor in this university. Thank you very much for the correction. A lot of road is being put before you, and I'm sure by the grace of God, who has promised that we will not burden a soul beyond his or her capacity. I'm sure you are going to be up to the task because a lot of eyes are going to be on you. So for the three of you, you realize that when any one of us bought a car and we regularly service the car, we have a motive that we want to prolong the lifespan of that car. And when we discover that, okay, this is a building facilitated by Professor ADESANYA. We have the Islamic Center facilitated by Professor OLATUNJI. I am so sure that we are motivating them and motivating the people to know that yes, you just have to do something good, emulate good deeds of these people. So for God's sake, get motivated. Learn from the example of those people we are honoring today. It got to a stage in this country that once an academic manages to get the required papers and becomes a reader, all he was looking for would just be to say, okay, a professor. And once they get that professor, they become a merchant of Coca-Cola, of cement, of moi baba. Because they don't work again. Whereas in advanced countries, that will be the beginning of their assignment of professorship. So don't see it as the terminal end. See it as the beginning of your journey. So that you will carry out more research. If you successfully add 22 papers before you became a professor, double up on your efforts. Make it 80 before you are 70 years of age. Even after retirement, you can still carry out research. The essence of it is that you are being motivated to leave a worthy legacy for those coming behind. So without wasting our time, because the time is fast spent, I want to congratulate the three professors for being lucky to be on today. They have told us just now that we've had 9 substantive Vice-Chancellors. Out of those 5, out of those 9, I'm sure all of you will agree with me that the 5 are divided. The 9 are divided into 3. Without mentioning names, the first 3 laid a good foundation. And along the line, we had a situation. Rather than sending off our Vice-Chancellor, it was whereas in your own case, so we have to congratulate you and rejoice with you. And the building of the foundation that we have done, may God bless it. May it be built upon by our new Vice-Chancellor, our chairman of the Government Council, and those that are coming after them, like MD Mustabel, finish their assignment. May Almighty Allah guide all of you aright. One Rodika, Robin,
Takbir. If anything, we have to appreciate our distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic for being a very good friend to this Muslim community. I hardly recall any program we will have here that Senator ADEJIMI, His Excellency, the former governor of the state, will never attend the program. Former deputy governor of the state will never appear here. Will come and give his voice of wisdom. And at the same time, the Baba of AGO-IWOYE will equally identify with us. And our president, not to mention the patronage of our royal father, Oba AGO-IWOYE of AGO-IWOYE, we will always be here. We appreciate them. And of course, our president, Alhaji Tele Ogujobi, always here to identify with us. Every program we hold here. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. May Allah continue to be with you. Now it's time for me to humbly invite His Royal Highness, the AGO-IWOYE of AGO-IWOYE, the Royal Father of the Day, Oba Adekola, to give his tributes as regards to the celebrants of today. Takbir. Takbir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, without missing any words, let me start for this protocol. Because I'm not expecting to make any switch here, but at the same time, I would like to see these recognitions. But then, let me highly recognize the chairman of the Governing Council of OLATUNJI, my brother, my admirer, when I mean, I call this truth brother, because it's already everywhere I go to. Some represent, I was in an location in Lagos at the railway electrician. Somebody knows something about me, prof, If I got to know that, I not first of all, actually police my government. The same thing happens to you as well. Good to see you as a cabinet. And I hope you're surprised if Baba can create one community for you to do. But at any rate, you are heading OLATUNJI University as the Governing Council chairman. This community is another town in itself, which I think God has endowed to be moving forward. And in the course of it, that we are having these two giants, retired Vice-Chancellors, who are supposed to be our Muslim brother. People have said a lot. And what my BC was, was AGO-IWOYE was making a reference to Professor SABURI. Well, he has forgotten, I want to remind you that he has forgotten that I was also privileged and fortunate with that, if you remember. I've not made new ones, I just said that I want to sing that. Somebody said it's very kind of hard. And he came. He met me in the palace. I told the brother, with all these crises of ground, I need your assistance. The camp is the thing. He said, there's something I want that. This our VC, he came with good intention and he's ready to correct a lot of anomaly that will have as far as this man is concerned. Maybe food for you to see how your men can come on this side. They say, can you see? The budget for the third year, I assure you that will not go there. And he did. Since then, I respect what I'm going to kindness. I was asked to give tribute about Professor SABURI and Professor OLATUNJI. Well, I would put my tributes by saying that anytime was seen university that was to define the relationship between AGO-IWOYE and the university. When going was good, that used to graphics, and at the same time, AGO-IWOYE and the university, everybody is holding their relationship in a different environment. And Professor SABURI, I went to him and I said, I want to come and say, I can't see. He was a very hour, anytime. He came. And the problem we are facing in AGO-IWOYE then was this issue mentioned by our lecturer, which is the issue of courtesy. AGO-IWOYE is the new war, the community that harbor the courtesy, the good news, dropouts, what is anything you want? Because ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ pé kìíní yẹn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ kí n gbé microphone ilé ẹ̀fẹ́ kí ẹ gbé mo lè gbé microphone lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ tó kàn lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pé ọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí mi sọ tèmi náà kẹ́tù bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí please. It was then that I said, when you diagnose what is the problem in AGO-IWOYE, there are a lot of dropouts. There are a lot of persons that have been intoxicated. So many students have been suspended. Instead of them to go back home, they all stayed in AGO-IWOYE. Some of them come and the exit agent. You have what they call it, ADESANYA. You have local joints. Talk of it. These are all those boys, they are the one operating this provision. All those boys that have not find their way in their home or wherever, everybody's in AGO-IWOYE, doing nothing. Some of them are just between 100 level and 200 suspended or prosecuted. But they run back home. Some of them are sent 15 to 17 years. A very tough student. Don't know where they are going to graduate. And I have my records. I do keep record of all of them. Initially, we do have some kind of disagreement, but eventually they became my children. What I'm trying to drive at is when Professor Guru came, I went to him and I told him, Prof, do me a favor, you can do this just today, I will die. He said, Carrie, what is it? I said, all these 1 year, 2 years, 10 carryovers, 40 carryovers, just give them back, let when people go. He said, Carrie, you didn't have their list. I said, yeah, I do. Then I had about 41 students. I said, this is it. I said, but why is it coming? Carrie said, any number you have, send them to me. And with God, with glory be to God, and the strength of long life that brought to the ground this man, he gave all these students, then when people go, they were all graduated. Immediately left AGO-IWOYE, peace, just. And that's what we are enjoying in AGO-IWOYE today. And that is why I'm glad to be here today. And that is why you now see AGO-IWOYE in another settlement, a very corporate environment. So people are saying that AGO-IWOYE, my man is developing every day, so that is all about your university. Because the main thing of AGO-IWOYE economic activity is this university. And the only university is growing, definitely it will be reflecting on AGO-IWOYE community. And Professor Saburi did this to me. And he handed over to another vibrant son of the soil. I'll never one day come to this Professor Olatunde's office and I want to see Kamisi, very where are you when you come to our house? We sat together as a brother to try so many issues. I requested for it that please, henceforth, don't let us suspend or prosecute this today. If there's any one of them that are committed, let me know. I will call their parents to sit down. Take your time. Oh, this is the problem. Or go and make me busy. The problem will be solved. So that it will not start building another AGO-IWOYE. These are the great opportunity. Probably relationship that I get from these two gentlemen. They are so kind to me. As a matter of fact, when Professor Saburi was living, I was sharing tears. This same team, Professor Olatunde, don't care me, don't laugh at them. It's okay. Only just out. Tell them for me, I don't know what to pay. Tell them she is very good. Oh no, Jackie, and you go back and put one for me, and you might go. And I then give me my brother. And when he said, Lagwaja, share with me, okay, bye bye. Just about like Jackie. Because I know maybe AGO-IWOYE that I will start like brother, father, and son. We will be there with and glory to God and our Baba Ujale. God of the Baba Baba did a lot to this university because I'm his son. When they were setting up this government institution, somebody was saying that we are going to committee here. Baba because for those shape, you don't see one. And you see the evidence of that department gigantically established. Ó ní dákun gbọ́ egbọ́n rẹ̀ ilé ẹ̀mí àwọn bí sì gbé láti jọ yìí. Ìdí sáyẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló gbà bàbá àwọn náà bá ní ìgbọ̀n ṣe wà lágbọ̀wò yẹn. We are doing and said, Baba has said, okay, before I go, this is God, or the Baba. All this we are saying is because these two gentlemen have already laid the foundation of a good relationship between the community and the university. And that is why we have the joy and happiness to sit down today and give them a kind of blessed departure this afternoon. I won't say I know the words, but somebody said, if you see AGO-IWOYE said, if some people can do this, we need to gather together to celebrate them. Whoever has this opportunity should as well do something good, so that when you people are living or when you are who the person is living, the whole world can celebrate the person. Once again, I appreciate the two of you. You've done your best, and I'm sure you are still part of our glory. You have what Baba said about Professor Saburi on video at the Tech University. When I heard it, I said, well, anyone should have who contain that should have. We really want to do that. The same thing, Professor Olatunde really want to do that. We don't want to so the regiment are here, so a one way important issue that the plan left for our coming generation of this university and drawing and Chicago and Pedro. You've done your best for us, and I'm sure what God said to give us, trying your best. You too also, as you go because you know why I'm there. We don't know what we need action. So once again, thank the organizer of this event, and I say that for giving me this opportunity to say something about this. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Takbir. Once you do good, you are doing this to your own advantage or to the other side. Takbir. Now, with the permission of the chairman of the occasion, our retired Major General, Dr. Sansale Awusanya, the Baba the Bumawe of AGO-IWOYE, of course the founder and later University of AGO-IWOYE, I will invite Alhaji Tele Ogunjobi to equally stand and rise and give his tribute for the senators. Thank you very much.
Takbir. 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 It is my honor to quickly recognize my dear father, Oba Kabesi Ogunmawi of AGO-IWOYE, and of course the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Toyashido. I never wanted to bore you with too much introduction, but you know that I'm son of the soil. If I don't do this, then they are going to get me penalized. The chairman of the occasion. One thing is still missing. When you introduce Baba, you just call him Doctor, General or General Osoya. He has one more title that is not common. And I know much about that title. It's not a title that you have for money, you want to say, let me obtain the form, or let me write exam. No. You have to be nominated. But as powerful as that institute is, I doubt it, even if Mr. President can nominate. But the university community can nominate you. The environment you was before can nominate you. But it's not about I'm a millionaire, I want to go to Kuru. No. I recognize you, Dr. Emena. So Emena, please, anytime you want to recognize Baba, we put Emena here.
Thank you, sir. It's noted.
The Vice-Chancellor, you already recognized. Permit me to extend the courtesies to the chairman, Muslim community, the chief imam, Alabisi Mosque. I'm so sorry, sir. And of course, the former deputy governor of the State Senate of the Federal Republic, Senator Kaka, you are here for sir. I don't really have much to say, but it's just a very great opportunity for me to be here. I'm not yet retired. Ordinarily, Thursday is a very busy day for people like us. We want to sit down in the office so that we work hard. And in the next couple of years, we also retire home to join our fathers. But when I had the call and I got the invitation of this great scholars sitting down, I don't have choice than to be part of this occasion. I'm highly elated, I'm highly proud from this town because they really done us proud. I met each of them casually. The first day I was seeing Professor Olatunde was the day we were trying to reopen the main campus once I reviewed. I was asking, they said, if you see Osanado, I look at him, he just looked casual. It was so simple. So this is the man that has been performing in this university. Professor SABURI, good day, sir. Before I met him, he was walking to Dominion, he was having a meeting or whatever. And someone told me, I was the vice of OU. But now I'm not simple to him. You know, what that one teaches me is they are good mentors. The two of them. If they facilitated this building and they, of course, the mosque that is there, without really bringing the developmental project to the university itself, perhaps the university community may be very, very reluctant in doing this. It is not every university, not every vice-chancellor will do that. I discussed the progress of the university a lot with the registrar. It happens to be a very good friend. But he used to tell me that, look, these people, they are go-getters. Telephone, they will penetrate. And I said, all this good teacher at the university, I will drive down one of these days to come and see myself. And I came in on notice to him. I went down. I said, oh, this is my own alma mater. I'm very, very proud. Thank you so much, sir. You really done us proud. You really done us proud. Like Akani said, this is only close to having a goal. Thank God for Baba and also for others that are doing something very, very great. And we also need your contribution to the university again. Thanks so much. Because today, thank you for what you've done. God will continue to uplift each of you. You are retired, but you are not tired. Please, continue to lend your support to the current VC. The VC looks very, very energetic, and is the man that if he has the support of the university community, is going to take this university to another greater height. May God continue to be with you, and you've also taught us a very great lesson. We should not relent. If you do good today, it will then be remembered tomorrow. Someone is watching, someone is looking at you. It is when you leave and you see this kind of thing, you know that you really don't great. To the lady professor, the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that people forget about being the first professor of Muslim in here. I was thinking, should I enroll to start from master's, PhD, and become professor? Because I think I've not in terms of money, but in terms of title, I got into the pinnacle of my profession. FC, I can't get anything beyond FC. But as I was reading through the profile of the three professors that are sitting down, I saw that if I start today, I doubt it in the next 15 years I can become professor. And I said, let me just relax at this stage. Don't call it this professor, call it that professor, this professor, I get edited. So it's very interesting, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you once again for the good, for the good thing you've done for us here. The government will continue to strengthen you, and to reward you, for both your family, and of course, bless your way. Madam that has seen much in the service, you really done well. This is not what you just can do out of tips. You've worked hard, and the government will meet you. And thank you, and God bless.
Takbir. That's a beautiful one from Alaji Tele, Ujabi, SC, I'm not mistaken. So on this note, I want to humbly invite Professor SABURI ADEJIMI is to be presented, being Pro-Chancellor, the Chairman of the Council of OLATUNJI and AGO-IWOYE University. Takbir. Takbir.
On behalf of the Islamic Committee of OLATUNJI University, I would like to present this token of love to Professor SABURI ADESANYA, former Vice-Chancellor OLUWAKEMI, for the tremendous great and awesome job he has done with this when he was professor of this university, and for leaving a legacy of greatness in this university, and also for moving this university to a path of greatness. I commend you for the work you have done, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations, sir.
Takbir. We now invite the chairman of Muslim community and the spiritual leaders to kindly join the presentation. They will have just a photograph. The chief imam too will have to have a photograph with thank you. Takbir. Humbly invite the former acting Vice-Chancellor, Osun State University, Osogbo, of course, the immediate past Vice-Chancellor of AGO-IWOYE University, Professor GANIYU, OLATUNJI, to please step forward and receive his gift. And of course, this time around, to be presented by the chairman of the occasion today, Major General Dr. Sansaliu Awusanya, retired, every night, the Baba AGO-IWOYE, and of course, the founder at ADEJIMI University, of course, the chairman of the occasion. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here once again. So, ordinarily, I was enjoying a gift and then let me present the two of them. Because you know, so this life, I know because we are Muslims, we want to make sure that we don't give room for maybe something else. So, it doesn't matter. God knows me, He knows me as well. This is a recognition. It doesn't measure in what you gave, but it's an appreciation. So, from the Muslim community, that you have been giving all that is yours to the university, and you have done us proud that you didn't disappoint us. You live to the expectation of a very good Muslim and also so I want to present on behalf of the Muslim community this token of appreciation to look for a great legacy that we are leaving behind here. So yesterday, when we were talking, I said, where's Madame? He said, Madame was busy because they were doing some examinations. You know, and there were a lot of women when she was there. So I won't present it to you, I'll present it to her. Because whatever you have done is maybe an example of what you are to have. Because it doesn't be say my greetings to one. So today, I want to thank them on your behalf. I want to thank maybe my professor, my friend, my family member. So on behalf of the university, so whom I have been able to celebrate today for all that we have done. I say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman of the Committee and is joining the ask to the wise Mrs. OLATUNJI Latifa Kaka to please step forward and give the citation of the first Muslim female professor in OLU, Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA. And immediately after that, we have the presentation of these and the responses. After that, vote of thanks come from the chairman of the occasion, from the chairman of the Muslim community, and the closing prayer comes immediately after. Thank you. That just 2 minutes.
Vice-Chancellors have kindly permit me to abide by the already established and existing protocol. Thank you, sir. Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA was born on January 5th, 1970 in the Agbe, Ogun State, Ogun Waterside local government area of Ogun State. Prof, you must be a very good swimmer. She attended the local government primary school in Idiade for primary education between 1975 and 1981, before proceeding to community high school in Idiade, where she bagged her West African School Certificate WAX in 1986. Her quest for further education took her to the Delaware State College of Education, Jabode, in 1987 for a national certificate of education, where she got certified to teach English and Islamic religious studies in 1991. She later proceeded to the then Ogun State University, now Olatundi University, AGO-IWOYE, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts Education in English Language in 1997. She later Masters of Education and Doctor of Philosophy, PhD degrees in Language Education in 1999 and 2010, respectively. She joined the services of Olatundi University, AGO-IWOYE in the year 2000 as a Junior Research Fellow at the Institute of Education, and later moved to the Department of Curriculum Studies and Instructional Technology, CSIT, now Arts and Social Sciences Education, ASTED. Through dint of hard work, resilience, and commitment to excellence, Professor Adekola rose through the ranks to become a Professor of Curriculum Studies, Language Education on October 4th, 2019. Apart from teaching various courses in an area of specialization, Professor Adekola also successfully supervised several undergraduate student projects, many master's degree dissertations, and co-supervised over 5 PhD theses. She is currently the director of the Olatundi University Ventures. She was member teaching practice committee 2003 to 2004, departmental examination officer 2007 to 2010, faculty sector coordinator 2010 to 2014. She was head part-time degree studies Center for Continuing Education between 2016 and 2020, departmental postgraduate coordinator between 2016 and 2020, among other positions. Professor Adekola has attended many local and international conferences and workshops where she presented well-researched papers. She has authored several articles, contributed to books, and co-edited many publications. She is the recipient of many awards from within and outside the university. Professor Adekola belongs to many professional bodies, including Curriculum Organization of Nigeria, CON, Reading Association of Nigeria, RAN, National Association of Education Researchers and Evaluation, NAERE, English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, ELTAN, and Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN. Outside the university, Professor Adekola also contributed to educational development locally and internationally. She is currently the Worldwide Education Secretary of National Life Party Society, NASPAT. She is a member of the Governing Council of Fountain University of Osogbo. She was also recently a member of the Fountain University Research Team on the appointment of the new Vice-Chancellor for the institution. As a devoted Muslim, Professor Adekola has served as the branch, zona, and the national executive committees of National Life Party Society, NASPAT. She was the treasurer, NASPAT Jerubo branch between 2007 and 2009, and currently the Otun Iyasuna of Lukogbe, Ogun Waterside local government area. It is worthy of mention that Professor BUSURAT Adekola is the first Muslim female professor in the history of this great university. ADEJIMI. Professor Adekola is happily married to Dr. Abdulakeem Adekola of the Registry Division of this university. Dr. Adekola is currently on leave on sabbatical and is serving as the current registrar at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, since 2017. Their union is blessed with children, among whom is Dr. Abdul Hafiz Adekola of this great institution.
Takbir. Takbir. Jazakallahu khairan. May Allah continue to increase in knowledge. Stay with Professor. What overall would want to invite the Ibumawe of AGO-IWOYE, His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Adenuba, of course the Royal Father of the Day, who will present the plaque in recognition of the attainment and the first female, Muslim female professor of this great university. Takbir! Takbir!
Well, once again, I congratulate the professor, Mrs. BUSURAT, it will be an opportunity for me to correct my inability to attend your program. Although I said my ability to represent me for my inability to attend. This assignment given to me by the society, I think that one has already double assignment and as corrected by inability to attend your program. Once again, congratulations. For that of the University Community and Government, award for outstanding achievement. Presented to you, Professor Mrs. BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, as the first Muslim female professor of OLATUNJI University. Dated Thursday, 12th January 2023. Congratulations.
Takbir. 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 Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you very much, sir. Now it's time for us to listen. Takbir.
Because when I got the invitation, I was wondering why now, after 5 years, or more than 5 years. And I have one thing against the Muslim community. I've celebrated all over the place, in every town, in every campus, on every campus, with everybody. So really, I was giving back. And I thought maybe somebody thought I would have done. But that's why I have to be here. But I'm going to everybody. I know the capacity of the Muslim community when I left. And I want to thank God that today the Muslim community can do this. Secondly, I would like to also correct some impressions.
was established as a multi-campus university. And our achievements covers the 4 or 3 campuses. And I want us to know that it's not only AGO-IWOYE that is one is a campus of the university. But AGO-IWOYE is the head. And at the end, a lot of things have to come AGO-IWOYE. Having said that, I would love to stand on the existing protocol. And really, I don't know what protocol I should stand on, because everybody on the IT group is known to me in one way or the other. I don't know whether I should recognize a woman, or I should recognize a woman, or the Vice-Chancellor, or maybe the only person that we recognize as the person is the real Chancellor, because he has just joined us. And I want to pray that his tenure will also result in environmental progress for the university. But for those of us, my mother is my father. We move away is my father. We still relate us today. Because of my mercy, I remember when we wanted to come here, and I said, I am going to be punished to the mosque. We all think I'm crazy. Of course, everyone said Muhammad is crazy when he was doing something. But at the end of the day, they all said I was crazy, that they have been doing this thing here for a long time. Nothing would happen. So, our first prayer here was in the sun. Because when I told them we are coming here, they all thought I was joking. Then they started a story. Somebody gave them $1 million. I'm not interested in the $1 million. We are all going to contribute money. And today, within a year, we were able to build this, to start praying inside the mosque. My Baba came to pray with us that day. And at the end of the day, my successor was able to improve on me and was able to attract the house of people. Which shows that you must have the courage to change things. That was what took us to this level. I want to thank Dr. Shimai, Council Chairman at that time, not here. But he and other members of Council have the courage to change things when we do things as done right. And that is the reason why we are all here. I have the support. And he's not here today. I was thanking. One of the things we are saying today, we have support of everybody. All is not possible. But when Dr. came and said people are sad, people are not getting money, people are not doing this, I brought everybody together that we must all have the courage to change what we hope. Many of them got letters and they were official. Council had put their dismissal. The council was good enough to change itself, to do the correct thing. Because that is what it should be. But another was didn't want to go further. But they don't want to go further. But it's something that we must have the courage. Anywhere we are, we must remember that the world is not static. What I did in my own time is different from what my brother will do in his own time. But I feel like they are going to have their own challenges. It's not going to be one very well true. So don't rely on what I went through. You are going to have your own story. The question is, how are you going to play the role? So I want to pray that God will allow my Vice-Chancellor to play the role and I'm going to make progress in whatever you try to do. Like I have given God, my successful consultant that he has been able to do everything right. He is not God and is not perfect, but he has done his best, just as I have. We have all done our best in the system, and I believe that what we have done here should lead us further in life. I am benefited from being the Vice-Chancellor of this place. I have served, because I was there, I was invited to year was the reference that they invited me to come and become of the department. I spent a year plus here. I left the place. I sat down at home and I retired. I am now retired. And there's still plans and I'll be leaving. I've served on the board of Federal Research for 3 years. I am now the Council of Professor of Glory, and I am the line. I'm the acting Vice-Chancellor of that university. And all these, I said acting, I'm not the Vice-Chancellor, I was corrected. My Vice-Chancellor died and I was elected acting Vice-Chancellor. But the most important thing is that I need your prayers also. Even though I wanted to stay at home as a retired person, still working together with dragging me out. In the next few weeks, we just elected our new Vice-Chancellor. We are going to put a new registrar in the next one, which I will then be sitting on. It's tough to be good, but we are also going to suffer. So even when you do something nice, don't believe that everything will be nice, will come back to you good. But if you rely on the word of God, and you do the right thing all the time, I'm sure you will be benefits. I want to thank Kabesi for believing in me. When I came and I first met the Foreign Council, I think the person was SABURI. And I met him. He had a lot of story about this university. I had to change his mind. In fact, he told me that at one time when we moved this from his back, he had escaped to my door. That was how bad it was when I came in. It was very bad. And he swore to my president that he never step on this campus again. And I told him that is you can't swear that. We started, and today he has been the single most I have spent almost. If I can explain how much you have spent, almost 600 million. We started small by saying how we was a share. And I remember that night, whoever was there, when we were discussing this issue one night at the palace. And I told him, obviously, what's going to be left after you, where did you go to Saskatchewan? And he looked at me and said, why are you saying so? I said, nobody will remember you again. Let's do something that will lead to your event, to people always questioning your name. And that was what led to the idea of the consolation. And I think that night, I think it was your birthday, you left us and that interview. If you remember, you left us and then as a government. Now, and today, he has been the biggest single spender in this university. Because at the inaugural another activity we have for the share, we raised over 400 million. Now, the issue is that you must have the courage to meet challenges head on. And when Kabesi brought his own problems on the community, we did something. I would say all the things, all the I said in council that day, I would say so. Because I have to question against some of the things I've had. Like I was telling Babada, that when you are in a position and you give a position, there are many things you can say. But the most important thing is that we need to improve our way. The economy of the economy has stated research on this university. And I kept on telling Kabesi, our lecturers must live on this campus. And that was what led to my movement to AGO-IWOYE. If lecturers don't live on this campus, don't spend their salary on this campus. The sizable number of money that this will develop AGO-IWOYE is still missing. Therefore, the university was start planning for the younger generation of lecturers to have accommodation on campus. And that was able to allow them to start their staff quarters. People told me you can't do it. But it's reality today. People told me that I'm not the hostel in this campus. In fact, people swore that I would never do it. But there hostess of this campus today. The issue is that you don't have to bother what people say. Once you are focused, you know what you want to achieve, and you go ahead and achieve it. And when I remember when we started the first 2.5 billion on this campus for school fees, even the that was asking me where the money come from. Because I got to make money, but it was through reorganization of the system. The budget for this university when I came on board was 600 million. It would not even pay the salaries. By the time we reorganized, we rose from 600 million to 2.5 billion. And clearly, there were a lot of uproar in the system. I have to put my foot down with the government that you cannot touch this money. Nothing can. And we have to use the money to pay salaries, to develop the university, to build something, even though we have sector. I don't remember the first of our sector, people ran, we got the first 1 billion from sector. People ran to America to say the money should be used to pay their salaries. And I told the government, no, I can't use the money to pay salaries. We have to benefit our salaries. And today, throughout my tenure, we were able to pay all debts. I mean, all debts, operating debt, whatever salary, career, everything. But that was through cooperation of everybody, including the unions. And I was thank all the union members for supporting me at that time. Because if they didn't believe in me, we would have achieved much. But I want to thank them because at the end of the day, we stabilized the university. And we have to use our brain to do a lot more. We have to recognize almost everything. I remember, funny enough, when we were doing the market, I'm saying this because for many of our colleagues, I told everybody, some people near me, my drivers, I said, go and start buying land in front of the campus. They look at me as crazy. That who want to buy land can go away. And I told them, from what I am doing on this campus, you will not be able to buy land without this in the next 5 years. And I'm sure that the land without this outside this campus now will be almost 3 or 4 years. I told my colleagues that then it was about maybe 20,000. Maybe about 20,000 naira. I was telling them, you know my drivers, please go and buy land there now. Because you will not be able to get anything in future. But now I'm sure that they can't. They didn't listen to advice, which is what we do. Now I want to tell you, when developers are going to try the young ones, try and cash in. That is the only way you can make more money for yourself. Today, the same thing with the market. When I was talking to the market, I told them, get your wife to take stores to the market. They refused. Today, I'm sure that if you want to get the stores in that market, you will not be able to achieve it. I told all of them then, that for what is going on, I told you, you know what, I have things with the classroom. I have not to go and do this now. Borrow money. We will even give you no, they refuse. But today, go to that market and I'm sure you know what is being directed in the market today. It is the center of development of activity of this economic stuff. Even your wife and children cannot get any store in that place today. I'm not sure the bank is there unless Professor wants to put up another one. So the issue is that when things are going on, I want to appeal that all passion. I want to pray that people who are only not Roger Wow, people who are not there, who are not there, the time we don't see any approval, to be able to find the money. The government is not going to give you money. I'm happy today, people are buying new gas. And that time I remember some my BBC pension worker, I said, that was when they said that, I said, thank God. But when I came in, we are all using Kukuko gas. I just remember they bought one Russia Kukuko gas for everybody. In 3 months, I was preparing them, so I have to collect everything. And I insisted that they was all buying new gas. And that was very of new gas. And I want to thank God that they are all buying new gas. I want to believe that it's part of your doing. I want to pray that the money wherever you are finding it, the Lord let you stay with you. I want to thank you all the Muslim community for this occasion. Even though it's 5 years, but when people appreciate after 5 years, I think it's more important. Because it means that they are never forgotten whatever you have done. I want to thank you, even though initially I was saying that it's not a very good to 5 years ago. I didn't have to bring my bag because I wanted to wait. I wanted to lot of money. But that's okay. If it's money, I'll give them money. So that I have something against them. But I want to thank you for what you have done. It shows that you appreciate what happened here. Even though you have to pay the song. But I think other would all the energies that was about. And Chairman, I'm happy you are still here. I want to thank God for your life. I want to thank God for the life of everybody in your life. Thank you all and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's time for me to invite the immediate past Vice-Chancellor of this University, Professor GANIYU, OLATUNJI, to leave his response.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think I will not take much of my time because Professor SABURI spoke a lot about developments here. What I would just want to do is to express an appreciation, starting from Baba. I will just take it that way. Because he housed Professor SABURI for 5 years and housed me for 5 years without taking a single one. I think we need to note that. And the house was well secured and is still well secured. That's where we come. Anytime we land in AGO-IWOYE and we see us coming to campus, we are still in this house, living there. I think we need to appreciate it. We are most grateful, sir. And of course, Kami is here as giving us the ambient environment to be able to do our work here. If Kami is here that is hostile to us or to the university community, there is nothing that you can do. Kami is here for our and for the Pro-Chancellor, it's so good that we didn't interact that much, but still the time he was appointed until the president will be interacting very well. I'm sure we'll continue to interact to ensure that the progress of the university becomes paramount and the development will never cease during all times. For all the support we are giving this university, all the support every time we come to our with us, God will continue to do with you. And you sit down, and take 1 year ago, and now I settle down, and I want to thank, I'm coming back to the Muslim community for the right side of us. And it's an appreciation of the fact that we have done what we think we should do. But honestly, all the achievements you have is due to your prayers. Without your prayers, we will not be able to achieve much. Alhamdulillah, we thank Almighty Allah that prayers are our answer. Like I told people yesterday, when Professor SABURI left, they felt that the end of the world has come. But because they have their prayers, People were praying for good development. God chose me to come. I was able to achieve. By the grace of God, the God that supported Saburi and myself will not leave me in AGO-IWOYE. We will also achieve. There have been difficulties because there are different changes in styles of management. I want to plead with the university community, starting from the Muslim community, pray for your leaders to achieve. By the time you say your leaders will never achieve, will never succeed, you are also not going to succeed and will not bring push. So I want to plead with all of us, no matter how difficult the situation, no matter how difficult the changes we are going to have, please tell us, remember our leaders in prayers so that we can all together achieve success in all these areas. I want to thank every one of you that has contributed to the development of the progress we have made so far. Without you, we would not have been able to be here. We thank you for your contributions to the Muslim community. We thank you for your prayers. We are still part and members of this family, and we continue to be part and members of this family. For Professor our chief, let me thank you, Professor SABURI. He did a lot of work, and we wrote on that to achieve. You will write on our also to achieve. By the grace of God. For Professor Mrs. ADEKOLA, congratulations on your inaugural lecture and being the first female professor. For us to now be with each and every one of us, we will be celebrated in a special way. Government say celebration of what the government will do. I want to thank the whole members of the high table. The chief imam has always been there for us with prayers. Every time he prays for us, he prays for the university committee, he prays for the students, he prays for each and every one of us. I know I remember Baba is not here today. We remember him. We thank you for his support. Senator Obedakata left. We thank him. He's always there for us. And he knows of others within the AGO-IWOYE community. We thank you. God bless you all. Alhamdulillah. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Salam.
While Professor GANIYU was giving his response, one of our staff here, Brahmi from the radio, from OLU Radio, showed his interest in presenting an award for a gift to our own immediate past Vice-Chancellor of the State University. Takbir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I recognize all the important dignitaries here today in this prestigious occasion, honoring the two past chancellors of this university for their great achievements and transformation on this university. You say Jazakallah khairan to them. But I have a little speech to present in this way. In life, we have various categories of people, but one of them is special and unique in creation. I refer to them as the pride of humanity. This particular set of people are difficult to come by, like the raw diamond. So if you are privileged to come across one, congratulations to you. Professor OLATUNJI is a man with a transparent heart and pure intention towards his fellow human beings. He is an instrument in the hands of Almighty Allah, and through him, various lives have been transformed. Professor OLATUNJI is a leader with enviable qualities and virtues, worthy of emulation by generation coming behind. Moreover, he is a cherisher and appreciator of good potentials and perception. Nevertheless, a close and thorough observation revealed that he is the pious, righteous, and humble servant of Allah, and as well, he is also a source of hope and happiness to so many. May Allah reward you abundantly, sir. And I have this to present to him as a little gift. This is the manner of life of all we Muslims. And I know that all his achievements during his office is to reckon with. Please, sir, take this from me as a token. May Allah reward you abundantly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you. Now, just to mention, sir, there's an individual here. We work with a lot of people when we were in office. But then there's an individual here. We need to appreciate her. When SABURI was there, he was secretary for SABURI for 5 years. And he concluded 5 years with me also under severe pressure. But for the last 10 years, he's been working as the secretary of Vice-Chancellors. And that is Mrs. Abdul. I think we need to appreciate her. Because she was there. I tell you, they can tell you, sir, the office of the Vice-Chancellor is not a joke. A lot of pressure, a lot of work, sometimes they want to it. That has been part of the success of SABURI. May God honor you. May God be with you and your family. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. On behalf of all of us, thank you.
Professor BUSURAT OLUWAKEMI ADEKOLA, please, the next 2 minutes.
I want to stand on this same protocol because of the time. I want to appreciate the Muslim community for giving me this honor. My advice to all is that as a Muslim, we need to be patient. We need to be patient. We need to exercise patience. We need to be calm. There should be perseverance. And also there should be mutual understanding. And most especially to the female, the submission to one's husband is very, very important. Because if you look at that, there will be no progress in your life. You give submission to your husband so that the way can be paid for you, so that you can make good work in life. Thank you all. I appreciate all. And I promise that wherever I am, I promise to be a pride to the Muslim community. I will never disappoint the Muslim woman. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Takbir. Takbir. Takbir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please permit me to stand on the distinct. I want to thank the Alayiwa Oba Abdulrasaq Adenuma Okoko Dano Meji, the Ibumawe of AGO-IWOYE, for coming despite all the tight schedule. I also want to thank the chairman of the day, Major General Dr. Sansaliu Awusonya. Major General Sansaliu Awusonya retired. MNI. It's not very easy to get that MNI. For your interest in this university, and particularly your interest in the OLU Muslim community, we thank you, and also for accepting to be the chairman of today's occasion. Thank you, sir. My Pro-Chancellor, sir, Professor Tony Ashu, OON. Before you can be giving a national award, the issue will have passed through many stages. So I congratulate you and also thank you for coming to this occasion and serving as our distinguished special guest. My Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodele Johnson Awola, OOU. It's not easy to get OOU also. We don't pass through that. Thank you for your interest in the OOU Muslim community, and thank you for your vision for the university, which we will all work towards achieving. And I want to particularly state that my VC, Professor Agola, despite being a Christian, he has been contributing monthly financially to the covers of OOU Muslim community. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Other principal officers, Professor Charles ADEKOLA, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tunjun, we are close. Then we went off. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, we thank you for coming. The University Librarian, Dr. Oluwakemi, thank you for coming. We appreciate you all. I know the bossa should have gone for some official. He was here, and we appreciate him also. Now, I want to go quickly to the benefactors of the Muslim community. Alhaji Tele Olukoya, FCA, we thank you for the wonders you have done to the Muslim community and for coming here today to honor us. The Almighty Allah will always be with you. Also, Alhaja Mosumola Bello Olusola, the immediate past Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council of the University. We want to thank you for the wonders that you have done here for the University and the Muslim community. The Chairman of the OLU Muslim Alumni, my Prof, all the way from Abeokuta, thank you for coming. Other guests here, thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming. We appreciate you all. Thank you. The Muslim community, the planning committee, all of you, I say a big thank you. God bless
Tẹ̀gbìn, àwọn kan sára sọ̀lọ́run ọba, àwọn kan sára sọ̀lọ́run ọba, ọba tí ò lójú àdúrà ti wá, ọba tí ò lójú àdúrà ti wá o.